think you all should know that I'm here on business. This is official police business, and I want to speak to each one of you at some point.
I believe you're looking for a child.
I might have found her.
Excellent.
Not exactly. In a grave.
You suspect foul play.
Yeah. Murder. Step away from the bike.
Welcome, Mr. Malis. You have come of your own free will to keep this appointment with the Wicker Man.
Not the beast! Not the beast!
Welcome, everybody, to Midnight Cinema, your deep dive into horror movies, sci-fi films, cult classics, new and old. Warning, there are spoilers and bees ahead. I am Art Hennessy in San Diego, California.
Yeah, good. And I'm Nicolas Cage, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be part of this. I'm so excited to be part of this podcast. No, Nicolas Cage is right here, but I'm Erik Rodenizer in Salem, Massachusetts, and I'm you said bees. It's frickin' there's a bee in here. It's like just been in here the whole time. Art, I'm allergic to bees. Just FYI. I need an Epi-pen.
You're giving us an impression of Nicolas Cage because this week, Erik, we're heading to Summersisle again. This is the Wicker Man. 2006 we're going to be talking about. It's directed by Neil LaBute. It stars Nicolas Cage, Kate Behan, Francis Conroy, Lily Sobieski, and Ellen Burstyn. Burstyn, I'm sorry. And Ellen Burstyn. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, you don't want to mess her name up or the daughter who's possessed by the devil. It's going to get you. All right. First of all, and everyone else, I'm not apologizing, but I just want you to know, Art, that when I picked The Wicker Man, I have never seen it before. The Wicker Man 2006 with Nicolas Cage. But it's got the ratings are so bad, it's like 32%. And they said it's the best, worst movie kind of scenario. And I was so excited. I don't usually swear early in the podcast, but I was fucking wrong.
Oh,
and
Erik, the movie's PG-13. You just used our one F-bomb.
Oh, shoot. Darn it. Poop, pee, fart. Yeah, no, not one boob. There's not. Everybody, if you want hear us talk about boobs in The Wicker Man, it's not this one. It's the other one.
Go look on our feed and pull up The Wicker Man 1973. Erik and I had a fantastic podcast, a great time. And Erik, we were both big fans of that movie. We both recommended it highly. Mm-hmm. And you, I know, are a huge fan of the original Wicker Man. So it's interesting to me that you never, ever checked this one out.
And I'll tell you the reason why, Art, I never checked out The Wicker Man 2006 was I thought, I don't want to ruin the original Wicker Man.
Okay.
And thankfully, this doesn't ruin the original. You and I usually talk, we'll go through a movie and we'll kind of talk about it. But right now, I'm telling everyone and you right now, I hate this Wicker Man. And you guys right now, don't fucking see it. Oh, shoot. PG-13. Don't freaking see it. But just listen to us because we're going to probably tear this one apart because there's nothing else to talk about with The Wicker Man. And I'll say that ahead of time. Don't leave, everybody. It's going to be a fun podcast. But man, oh man, does this movie suck. Bees or no bees?
You're laying your cards right out on the table.
Oh my God. SUCK. Suck. It sucks.
Okay. And I did see this when it came out, Erik. Because I was such a big fan of the original, I was curious as to how it would play out, how they would modernize it. And I saw it in the theaters when it came out. I was one of the 5 people that went to see it. And I will tell you, I hadn't seen it ever again till this watching that we've done now. And I just remember being completely underwhelmed. I was confused and I didn't leave with a great feeling about it. But through the decades, it has sort of become a weirdly, and we'll talk about it, and I see you're shaking your head not understanding, sort of a cult thing where people post a lot of memes and things from it with Nicolas Cage. And you would think going into this, Erik, You would think, as you said, this is going to be a fun, so bad it's good movie with Nic Cage doing his Nic Cage stuff all over this movie. I'm going to warn people, that's not what you're in for in this movie. It is not what you're thinking the culture has built up around it.
Yeah, I think it's just a few memes. Like if everybody knows anything about Wicker Man 2006, it's like, not the bees. Oh, and I'm really looking forward to stuff like that in Wicker Man. Like that's it. I got nothing.
And
Actually, I had to freaking search for that scene art because it wasn't in the one I watched.
It's not that scene that is so famous. It's a clip people may have seen. We'll get to it. We'll talk about it when it's supposed to come out.
We'll talk about it.
But that clip with Nicolas Cage yelling about bees does not appear. You have to search for it. It's a deleted scene. So that's not even in the cut. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's only deleted because that's what makes it rated PG-13. PG-13, because that's what you should do. A horror. What is it? It's listed as. Oh, it makes me laugh already. It's listed as. Suspense horror. And is it scary art? Yeah. Yes. Scary.
Well, Erik, I want to talk just briefly because I know you're going to kill me.
Do Nicolas Cage the whole time.
I want to talk just briefly about why we even have this movie.
You tell me and everybody else why we have the Wicker Man 2006. Do you have an answer for everyone?
Well, people wanted to make a remake of The Wicker Man for a long time. It was an American remake, I should be clear.
Yeah.
However, the rights were tied up because, as we talked about on our Wicker Man 1973 podcast, Christopher Lee and the original director Robin Hardy had the intention for a long time of making a sequel to The Wicker Man. So the rights were just tied up with them for a long, long time. And finally, they kind of gave that idea up around, around 2000 or so. And
Art, didn't some jackass do the Wicker Man?
The original director did eventually. Yeah.
I'm
later.
Sorry, jackass.
Later.
Sorry, you weren't a jackass originally. But why? I didn't even watch that one.
So in tandem with that, here's what's interesting, Erik. You may have noticed this film is dedicated to Johnny Ramone of the Ramones. Did you notice that?
Wait, that's Johnny, because I was like, who the hell is Johnny Ramone?
As in the Ramones, yeah.
You mean Joey Ramone?
No. There's a Johnny because they're the Ramones.
Oh, okay, because I don't even know the names of the Ramones except for Joey.
Yeah. Right.
Is it because he sounds like Nicolas Cage?
Well, he and Nic Cage were friends. They were actually friends.
Of course.
And
of course they were.
So Johnny Ramone was a massive fan of The Wicker Man. And he introduced Nicolas Cage to The Wicker Man. Like, hey, you should watch this movie. You've never seen it before.
Wow. I would rather see that. I would rather hear that conversation than watch what I just watched.
Imagine, Erik, a little docudrama, a little recreation of Nic Cage and Johnny Ramone watching The Wicker Man. Like
that would be awesome. Oh, hey, you want a pizza? Oh, yeah, pizza's good. Oh, I love The Wicker Man. You should make that, man. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do it. I'm dedicated.
Yeah. So Nic Cage was like, "Hey, if anybody ever does a Wicker Man remake, I'm in. Like, I'm in for it.
I'm in, dude.
Yeah." And we're in for it, I should say, Erik. We're in for it.
Well, everyone's in. We're going to have such a good time with Wicker Man podcasting, so shut up.
So eventually the rights come available and a film company picks it up and Nicolas Cage gets involved. And at this time, I want to be clear, we'll talk about it once we get to starting in the movie. Nic Cage can get a movie made at this period, 2000s, like early 2000s. He's riding high now.
Is he? Wait, is he? What is it? Is he death riding high?
He
he
is
night riding
ghost
high,
riding,
David?
ghost riding
Ghost-
high,
There you go. Is he ghost?
but
riding
also
high?
national treasure hunting at this time too.
Well, that one. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
that was
so
good. That was good.
right in the middle. Now, I do want to talk. It's important to talk about the other element here. Is the director and writer of this remake is the playwright Neil LaBute gets involved. I read some interviews at the time. He loves the Wicker Man, the original Wicker Man, but he was never anybody that was like, I want to do a Wicker Man remake. But when it came available and they were scouting around, he was like, maybe I could do something here. Now, we should lay out, a lot of people might not know who Neil LaBute is, but he's a very famous playwright. Also had very successful movies, especially in the late 90s, Erik. You may have heard of these movies. In the Company of Men, do you remember this movie? About two guys trying to seduce a deaf woman at where they work?
Yes. I don't remember I know the name of the movie. Yes.
Yeah. And also Your Friends and Neighbors was another movie that he made, Ben Stiller and Jason Patric. They were kind of mini hits. But here's the thing about Neil LaBute. In his plays and in his movies, he is what I would call a nihilist, meaning every character in his works is a piece of shit. It's not something where you...
Yeah. In the Company of Men, I remember. Yeah, they're just awful.
Everybody's awful,
Yeah.
and especially moving into some of his later stuff, it's even the women characters are like so. You might have a thing where a man is treating a woman really crappy, but in his plays, the woman's also doing shitty stuff. So it's like you walk out of his plays kind of going like, I just feel crappy about the human race. Right? So
I don't know if I feel like that about Wicker Man 2006. No. I feel crappy, but not about the human race.
No, but so he's an inch. I would say, Erik, and one of the reasons I went to see the movie when it came out was when I heard he was involved, and Nicolas Cage, who I like. I was like that he might be the right person to helm this. I'll ask you, Erik. Me just describing that, would you say that might be somebody that could possibly do a Wicker Man remake with a worldview like that, with how the world is?
I'm not sure, because I don't think the Wicker Man, the one we saw, the good one, was about people who were just awful people.
No,
I think they had a mission. They all seemed actually very nice.
And both sides, both sides have a mission. You're right, and beliefs. That movie was very much about beliefs, religious beliefs, things like that, and pagan beliefs versus Christian, all of that stuff. And it comes to the climax in just an amazing way. So what I mean by I think he's the right person is, if we think of them, Erik, you love this phrase, of a reimagining of something.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I knew you were going to.
Is it a trope reimagining?
It is. It's a trope, but
it's a nihilist trope reimagining.
If we think of that, I was a little curious on that. And of course, with Nicolas Cage on board, the project just moves forward. But I want to get into it, Erik. Let's get into
it, because I don't give a shit about almost everything you've said so far.
I know you don't.
I'm so frustrated.
But I wanted to say, Erik, why we're here and what the elements and ingredients are here.
You know what? We're here, Art. We're here, Art. We're here, Art. We're here, Art, because of me. It's because of me, Art.
Right away. I'm not going to state why right now, and I think you're going to agree with me. Right away, the movie's starting problematic for me based on the original movie. Right from the start, there are issues here.
Yes, hold 1 second on that, Art, because I want to point out, if nobody's seen The Wicker Man, the original, then go ahead, watch this one, because if you have no idea what's going on, that might help you out, and you might not have anything to compare it to. So I agree with you, Art, with this opening. I was just thinking, why are we watching this scene? But what is the scene?
Okay, well, we open on the California desert mountainous area. I recognized it right away. I'm like, this is California. And my mind is like, hey, long way from Scotland and islands. We're in California. And we cut to a diner, like a roadside diner, with there's a cop sitting at the counter in the little things, Eric, you and I notice sometimes. I'm like, his cop uniform looks like it just came out of the wardrobe department.
It reminded me, Art, of the cop's uniform from Hocus Pocus. I thought, this guy, they just gave it to him. And the waitress as well.
And the waitress is saying lines that sound like it should be a woman that has lived a little bit of a hard life and is working at a truck stop diner, Eric. But this woman, this actress, looks like she's on Riverdale or something. Like she looks like she's not. She is not this person. So
no, she should be working at the mall in like
Forever 21 or something.
Yeah, Forever 21. There you go. And they're talking about burgers.
Yeah.
Why are we wasting our time?
I'd be in a daze too if I ate that burger, but I'm doing it better than she is. I'm delivering it.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. You did a pretty good job.
Then we're going to get introduced to our hero here because she goes, "Hey, honey." And I'm like, this is not a woman who says, "Honey, your burger's up."
No,
like,
she's not even chewing gum.
Actually, I should be clear. She says salad. Your salad is up.
Your salad's up, hon. And Nicolas Cage is at a rack of books. You know, in a diner, they always have that rack of books. What is this, a little tourist town? You know, a little twirly rack of books that you'll find in a Salem tourist shop. That's what he's looking at, books, books. What's the name of the book? There's a really good book on there.
Well, Eric, I do have to say, the books that are on this rack at a truck stop, 101 Ways to Transform Your Life. Overcoming Fear.
Yeah.
Eric, Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. That's a classic philosophical work. And Nicolas Cage is looking at like a little, remember they used to come, Eric, the cassette tapes, like in a little box? Did you catch the author's name?
I didn't catch the author's name, just the name of the...
Yeah. What is the name of the title of the cassette tapes?
Everything's Okay.
Everything's Okay.
And it's a guy like with thumbs. I'm exaggerating. Maybe it's a guy with thumbs up who looks like he should be at a hotel giving a seminar on the best way to increase productivity in the workplace. What are all these books doing at a diner? Would it be like a romance novel?
Yeah,
the Passion Isle or something,
or
like
even thrillers, like a James Patterson or something like that.
Yeah, or a joke book.
Yeah.
Everything's okay. Everything's okay.
Everything's okay. And the author's name is Douglas A. Girling.
Shut up.
That's
oh.
So
really,
what we're seeing here is the waitress is trying to get his attention. He's sort of like, and he's a California highway patrolman. He's clearly got the leather jacket, and it is Nicolas Cage. We should say
he's trying to be normal. Nicolas Cage sounds like this. This is the thing. It's like Robert De Niro, Nicolas Cage, but Robert De Niro, someone like that, comes off fairly normal, even when you're doing Robert De Niro. But Nicolas Cage, when he talks normal, it sounds like he's faking it the whole time. Yeah, thanks for the salad. And I want to move. I would love to move quickly through this because I want to make fun of it so much. So I'm just going to cut to it. I know,
but I do want to point out, Eric, where Nicolas Cage is in his career right now. Doing
Why?
Who because cares? I think you would agree he's coming off the biggest decade. Nicolas Cage has had a lot of ups and downs in his career, right? Like up, down.
I guess.
Okay, sure. I'm going to read off the decade leading up to this. Just a few films: The Rock, Con Air, Face Off, Ghost Rider, the National Treasure series, and that let him during this time do some stuff with some really cool directors. Like he did Bringing Out the Dead with Martin Scorsese. That's a really cool one. He plays an EMT. Matchstick Men. I don't know if you've ever seen that. That's a good movie. City of Angels, which was a weird one where he played a guardian angel with Meg Ryan. Capping it off though, Eric, nominated for an Oscar for adaptation, like the Charlie Kaufman film Adaptation.
Adaptation, yeah.
Yeah.
But
so,
what about
so Nicolas Cage is?
Vampire's Kiss, though?
I was going to leave that for last, Eric, and say possibly we might be talking about Nicolas Cage again. That was the one that popped out to me in the filmography.
I remember being pissed at that film, Vampire's Kiss.
I was going to
kidding me.
Oh, I will say Renfield, maybe somewhere down the line. Renfield.
Oh,
that's
okay. That's
later Cage. He's had and we should say at the time of this recording, he's had another sort of resurgence. Mandy, Long Legs. Yes. He's out there.
Long Legs, I don't know, but he did a resurgence. He realized just like what's his name, John Wick, that maybe you shouldn't talk a lot in your films, and it might be a lot better. And that's what happened.
And he's leaned into his persona. He's sort of leaned into the idea that he's.
Was a movie made about him, right? Yeah. That he gets paid $1 million.
Yeah.
So what's his name?
So Eric, I know you want to go through this fast because we do have to go through this fast. So then we just see a montage of him doing cop things.
I would have loved to see this montage. He's on the highway giving tickets or it's just so waste of our time. But I would like to for dun like a Chips.
Oh, they do it like the titles with the do 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 do.
It'd be awesome.
Perfect, Eric. Unbelievable.
Do you know why I stopped you? Yes. Great dialogue here. You know why I stopped you? Yes, I do. Who cares?
I know he's put Eric. We watch him put an abandoned vehicle sticker on a car on the side of the road. At that point I was like, what are we doing here?
Why do we need? How is this character development? I'm really good at putting stickers on cars.
Now I will say the book rack makes you go like, why is this cop looking at, self-help books? It does introduce that, but then we're doing all this other stuff. And I was like, where are we? What are we? We're in California. I was trying to connect it to the Wicker Man. And
that's our problem, Art. This is our problem, everyone, is we're trying to connect it to the Wicker Man, and they also try to connect it. And the only thing it does is piss me off.
So then he's riding down the road behind like a janky old station wagon that has a bunch of luggage tied on the top. Yeah, it looks like it's out of the 19. Looks like they're going like Grapes of Wrath. They're going out to
I was thinking Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation. Eric, the score. Guy who made the score for this movie, Christmas Vacation score, by the way.
No.
Christmas Vacation score. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, I would love it if he just pulled over the Griswolds and was I going too fast?
I think it's Angelo Badalamenti is the composer. The only reason I pointed out is I kind of like the score, Eric, even though I think it's doing too much in the movie. I actually kind of like it. But
I didn't even hear it.
I'll point it out. He is David Lynch's longtime composer. He all the David Lynch movies.
I know, Art, you're trying so hard to get someone to have some value from this film. I don't give a shit about David Lynch's connection right now.
So we should say he's following this.
I don't give a shit.
He's following this janky station wagon, and a doll flies out of the window.
Yeah,
and hits the pavement, and he does a cool move. It's almost like you think Tom Cruise should be in the role.
Right here, I believe, yes. This is like what you would think an action film is, scooping up this doll. Doesn't stop. And this is a man who needs self-help books. Scoops it up like he's done this 1,000 times.
Yes.
Another doll on the highway. I got it.
Yeah. So he pulls him over, and he comes up to the driver's side, and the woman is so deferential and so apologetic, and just like my life is a mess, and I moving and all this stuff, and
then the daughter's in the back, also blonde. Every single female except for our waitress, she had dark hair but is blonde, and she has pigtails, not ponytails, right?
She looks like the bad seed from the 50s, the movie.
She does,
right? That was the first thing. That's the first thing I saw.
Or like a Children of the Corn. You're like, this girl is not wearing the appropriate clothing for 2000.
No,
but all of the shots leading up to this, they're trying so hard to be cool, and it's unnecessary. A shot of him getting off the vehicle, shot him walking over. I'm like, who cares? Get to the car, man. And why'd you drop the doll? The girl goes, I'm bored. And Nicolas Cage goes, bored. Yeah, I know what that's like. Like, what are you?
And Eric's sitting there going, oh, I know too. I know what bored is like.
Hinting Art to the watcher of the film. He's like, get ready, guys. Get ready. Get ready, everybody, for bored. And then she throws the doll out again.
I was like, I have to say, I do like this little girl, the performer, as a jerky. She should be in the Bad Seed, right? A remake of the Bad Seed. This girl would be really good because she's so jerky. And she just throws that doll out onto the highway again.
And he doesn't he say something like, she's like, I'm so sorry about that. And he's like, oh, it's not my first time. I'm like, how many little girls have thrown dolls out the car? Yeah, one a week.
It's really crazy. And then trucks, the whole stop, trucks are roaring by like this is Mad Max, Fury Road. They are
Fury Road.
Stephen
King. They are Stephen King in it. They are appearing out of like a portal. It's a huge stretch of highway. You would see that truck coming like 10 minutes ago, but it's like,
yeah. And he goes out into the highway to pick up the doll. And we've been set up that these trucks are roaring by. So I think what I think the filmmaker is trying to do here, Erik, is go like, have us go, oh my God, is the truck going to hit him? And I'm like, he's the star of the movie's Nicolas Cage. The truck isn't going to hit him.
Would have been a shorter movie.
But it's a pretty good wreck. A truck, for some reason, I gets to avoid him in the highway, but it looks like it just drives into the station wagon.
It comes out of a truck portal, like a Rick and Morty style thing is what happened, Art. And the person's like, oh, shit. It's like Back to the Future where they go to the future. Whoa! That's what happened. What's up, Marty?
It's Furiosa comes through a portal from Mad Max.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. So wrecks the car. Wrecks. I mean, I think the car should have been more wrecked, though. It looked like
the car should have been moved 500 feet and been shaped like an accordion. But I don't remember seeing the truck after that. Where did the truck go?
It went down into a ditch. They did show it kind of go off to the side and down into a ditch.
But the car's on fire.
Yeah, it catches on.
She's either dead or unconscious in the front. And the little girl sitting in the back of the car like nothing happened.
Yes. She's not reacting at all. And Nicolas Cage goes up to the truck, not in a manner like the truck is engulfed, the station wagon, is engulfed in flames. He's going like, ouch, ouch, ouch. And I'm like, you've probably, like me, Erik, driven by a car fire on the highway. Have you ever driven by
LA?
one? You could be 4 lanes away and be scared that your dashboard is going to melt from the heat you're feeling from that car fire. So when Nicolas Cage is up there going like, ow, try to touch the car. It's almost like when you see cauldrons for witches in movies and people just put their hands on the side.
Put their hands right on it.
That's why I was feeling. I was like,
but
his hands would be burned.
He can't get at the woman in the front. Looks like, I think she starts catching on fire there, but he takes his helmet and he smashes in through the back of the window. And it's one of the glass that doesn't really shatter when it breaks. He's trying to reach in and get the girl. And I don't know if he said this or not, but I wish he did. I wish he was like Nicolas Caging, take my hand, girl. Your mom's gone. Take my hand.
And she is just sitting and not reacting at all.
Not reacting. And then the car.
This is important. This is going to be important for later on when we discuss some things.
So not.
No, but
it explodes.
But
the car.
Not important. For you and I's discussion, it's going to be important. But, but not for the movie. Not for the movie.
This is a major scene happening here. The car explodes. And what that leads me to think is, when he obviously doesn't save these people, this is a good time for a title card. And you're like, what the fuck does this have to do with the Wicker Man? Is he the Wicker Man? It's because he almost caught on fire and he might be made of wood. Is he the Wicker Man? Why would you do a title card right here?
Yeah.
The Wicker Man.
It just cuts. It's clearly a cup. I don't know how long exactly. I don't know if they mentioned it. I don't care. But they he's popping pills in his apartment and in his home and watching Westerns on TV.
A lot of pills, Art. Never says what the pills are.
No, they don't.
We have no idea. And it's just, we don't, what are the pills? What's happening?
And then this confounded me here. He gets visited by a female police officer in her uniform. She taps on the window. It's kind of a jump scare, actually. She taps. She taps on the window.
He did.
He answers the door, and it's a very awkward, weird conversation. Like you're trying to gauge as a viewer. Did they date each other at some point, or do they have some type of relationship, or what?
Yeah.
Is that what you were thinking?
It was kind of a Better Call Saul kind of a situation. I'm like, are they having a relationship or not? But she's blonde. I'll point out that another blonde, and I kept thinking, is the director got a thing for blonde? Because they're all blonde and they all look similar.
And this woman looked familiar to me. I looked her up. I'm sure we've seen her a million things because her credits, Erik, she works a lot, but her credits are all Major Diana, Captain Lewis. She plays cops and army people in movies and TV shows.
Sure, I could see that.
All the time.
She looks, but talking about your dialogue, here's one line of dialogue that I scooped out of this was because I thought, why am I listening to them talk? One of them says, I think it's about Nicolas Cage goes, so that about sums it up. I'm like, is that all she brings him get well soon cards?
Yes.
It was an awkward scene. I'm like,
yeah.
I have all those same notes as you. Like, why is this happening?
And
go ahead.
Well, this is the one bit that they deliver that's supposed to, I think, make us go, what? He's like, did they ever find the bodies of the two people in the car? And I'm like,
Art, the car wasn't registered. Well, maybe we'll never know who they are. And to me, I thought, okay, you try to save two people from a burning vehicle. You saw them and the bodies are gone. And nobody's freaking out like, look, where are the bodies, dude? Or are they telling us that we think Nicolas Cage is insane and there was no one in the car?
You just asked what I was going to say next. Is that what they want us to think? I don't know. I don't know.
A lot of cars abandoned on that highway. He put a sticker on this one.
But also, Erik,
got hit by a truck. What?
I'm just gonna call it out again. You're probably like me, and I'm like, this is the Wicker Man? Like what? Because I know the first movie so well. I was like, what are we doing? It's like a drama about a recovering accident victim.
And Art, if you didn't know, if nobody knows about the Wicker Man, what I like about the original is you don't know why it's called the Wicker Man. And right now, I don't know why this is called the Wicker Man, even though I know what it is.
But in these cards, Erik, cards, we get our inciting incident here. I guess the wreck is the inciting incident, but we get a letter within these get well cards. The calligraphy on it is out of control. Out of control.
Shit. This is like from what Sense and Sensibility. That's what it looks like.
Or a medieval monk. It should have like the little pictogram in the first letter.
It's from his ex-fiance.
Yeah,
right?
Which we don't know she was the fiance yet.
Oh, sorry, everyone.
But she used to date, and she has a daughter, and the daughter's gone missing. And now we're like, okay, Wicker Man, we're getting
all right. And her name's Rowan. So
her name's Rowan.
For those of you who haven't seen Wicker Man, we're going to keep probably going back to the original, I think, because we are desperate for something good here. So the name is from the original Wicker Man, Rowan.
Yeah. And she lives on a little island in Puget Sound in Washington called Summersisle.
Not Summerisle, Art? Why not Summerisle?
Summersisle. Summersisle with a little TM after it, Erik. A little
do you know why it's Summersisle, not Summerisle? Because they thought Americans wouldn't know how to say Summerisle, and so they went
probably
Summersisle, which is harder to say.
Do you notice her name? Do you notice the name of the woman that sent him the letter? Willow Woodward.
Oh, Willow Woodward, yes. Great
Edward
name.
Woodward was the actor in the original.
Yes, and Willow was Willow in it.
Willow, Willow. And then they're going to do this a lot through the movie, and I'm like, what are they trying to do, Erik? The phone rings. And he picks it up, And it sounds staticky, but it sounds like that thing, like, it's almost like we're in Poltergeist, Erik. Like the sounds on the other end of the phone. And then he hangs it up.
But he doesn't just hang it up. This was the first Nic Cage that we get, is the phone goes ding, 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 like that. And it's one of those 2000s phones. But he does this reaction when the phone makes a noise. He's like, oh,
yes.
He's like, oh,
and
I didn't expect that.
He picks up the picture and looks at it of the daughter, Rowan, that's missing.
Yeah, there's a picture in there.
And it looks like that girl that died in the car.
It looks almost 100% same outfit.
Yes. Same pigtails, same pigtails, yeah.
And this particular girl's been missing for 2 weeks. But
it looks so much like her, Erik. I thought it was. I was like, when I first saw this movie, I thought that, I was like, whoa, what the hell? That's the girl. Why isn't he reacting? Like, I was like, why is he not reacting in a way that's like, this is the girl from the car.
I found her already. Yeah.
But it isn't supposed to be. It isn't supposed to be, yeah.
But it's so close that he has a huge reaction to the phone, but no reaction to like, wait a second. This looks like that girl that they never found in the car. I don't know where this voice is coming.
So Erik, so now we're gonna get ourselves to Summersisle right away, right? Like now we got the letter. The movie's gotta go to Summersisle, right?
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna go straight to what? No, can't we just go straight to
we gotta go to the police station, Erik.
We don't though. We really don't. We really don't.
They cut to the police station. He's talking to his friend, Officer Pete.
The guy that was at the diner, right?
And this is where he reveals that they were engaged. And his friend is sort of like, what the hell? No, what are you're thinking of talking to her, or what? You're thinking of, she left you? She was your fiance? His attitude is sort of like, tell her to, I love the line. He goes, tell her to have the kid's father look
What's even better about this scene is when you're saying a play, it's a long letter. It's like, dearest, I could only turn. And he's like, here, read this letter. And the guy goes, he looks at it for 6 seconds. And he read the entire, I was like, we're in a play right now. Read this letter. He says, oh my, what harsh words. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. And,
I have for this scene? Skip. That's what I have for my notes.
But I will point out our female officer that visited him earlier comes by and sort of raps on the window. Yeah. And then there's that weird awkwardness between her and Nicolas Cage again. Like it just a weird.
Like they went on a few dates.
Yeah.
Didn't work out.
Yeah, it's sort of a
she's
weird.
A pivotal character. Apparently,
yeah, well, she's got to tell him that there's a briefing. Tell Officer Pete that there's a briefing.
So that we never see.
Yeah, we never see.
And let's point out here, Art, that in Wicker Man, this guy originally goes in on his own. Everybody knows that Nicolas Cage is going to this island. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going. Oh, there's no phone service there. Yeah.
Yeah, he reveals here he can't call her because the island doesn't have phone service. And his friend is like, oh, like the Amish. They're like the Amish up there. He's kind of the rough. This guy, this Officer Pete, he would be in a Neil LaBute play. I will say he seems like a character that would be a supporting character in a Neil LaBute play. But he'd be he'd be even more edgy. He'd be sleeping with that female officer and treating her like crap.
Oh, he's like, oh yeah, I did her.
Which is what I want to talk to you about when we get moving here. Not about that, but about Nicolas Cage's character, the way they're setting him up in regard to the themes they're kind of presenting in this movie. It's weird to me. So
yeah, so far I've got nothing.
So we're going to cut to him arriving on the island, right? We're going to cut to him arriving on the island.
Immediately on the island.
Yeah. Like, no, Erik. No.
Wait, no? Where is he?
He's on a ferry. He's on a ferry. He's out in the Puget Sound. By the way, these are actual islands, the San Juan Islands. I've been to them. I don't know if you've ever been to them out in Seattle.
I don't know if I've been out to the islands, but
yeah, but they're really cool. They are really, I have to say, they're really cool. And when you go out there, it's like, orcas and all that stuff are all around you. It's a really cool area. Like
I
out
think
there.
that place also, when you're traveling, there's orcas and whales and semi trucks. You can find a semi-truck.
Well, Erik, I love now. This is the running thing. I love your idea of these things coming in from another portal.
This is what it is. A crazy portal happening here.
So Nic Cage is on the ferry and he looks up and he sees outside. It's from behind. It's a girl with a red sweater looking out over the bow of the boat. And with the pigtails, it could be either the girl from the car or Rowan. We don't know. And he starts to have flashbacks to the car crash. And the way they do it is as if a semi-truck drives across the front of the boat and takes the girl out.
Yep.
And so, like, I imagine now, you got me thinking about this, a guy driving on the highway, suddenly a portal's up in front of him, and he's driving on a boat, and there's a little girl in front of him.
Oh my God, another oh! Then there's another portal, and they have to go to Atlantis. Wow, we're in Atlantis. I want to see just the truck driver going from portal to portal, and we find out it's Rick and Morty.
And he shakes it off.
He takes more drugs.
He takes more drugs. He takes. You're good to point that out because he keeps popping those pills. And then we look and the girl's still on the bow, and the mama blonde comes over and
this is the very Aryan area. Everybody's like from Sweden.
Makes a call. Here we are with the phones again. Phone doesn't work.
Well, because he didn't tell us like 17 seconds ago that there's no service out there.
Yeah.
So we dummies have to see him try to make a call. Hello?
And Erik, let me tell you what I'm waiting for. I think we're going to see phones, this phone thing. I'm just calling it out right now before we go through the whole movie. Him checking his effing phone, right? And I'm waiting for the payback from what's set up earlier. Is one of these times he listens to his phone going to be the eerie voices again on the other end?
It's the
never get it. We never get that again. Yeah.
Yes, it would be awesome. The phone. Big character in this movie.
So, Erik, now he gets off the ferry at the island, right? We're finally at the island.
Finally at Summersisle.
No, Erik. No. You're forgetting that you need to get to Summersisle,
because it's easier to say for me.
By a plane, a seaplane. Yeah.
Oh, there is a seaplane there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
so you take a ferry to this island to get a seaplane to the other islands.
Because we needed that ferry. We needed.
While he was on the ferry, I just really wanted in the background to be that scene where the horse gets loose on the ferry from The Ring. And like just randomly he's on that ferry. This is the thing you called out earlier, Erik. You called this out a little bit. If you're somebody who has no idea about the Wicker Man, you've never seen it, you've never heard about it, the original 1973. Do you need all this? I don't think so. But he asked this pilot if he can take him to Summersisle, and the pilot's like, that's private property. I do runs in there. I have a steady business bringing packages.
A run right now. I don't want to lose my business. Well, you know what, though? You could take all of us there. All of us? Yeah, me, Mr. Grant. I sound like John Wick now. So, me, Mr. Grant, and his twin brother, Ulysses.
Well, the economics of this, Erik, I want to be very clear. This guy has a steady business with Summersisle that he doesn't want to ruin. And how much money does Nic Cage offer him to take him to Summersisle?
Well, it's a big chunk of change, Art. It's 100 big ones. Grant and Ulysses together are $100. And he's like, done, deal.
He smiles. I'm like,
in a month. I don't know.
It's like he probably makes thousands, if not tens of $1,000s a month.
Yeah, he's
bringing supplies and stuff. Like
he owns a plane, so he's got to have get $100 done. Get in.
So,
and you think when they go to this private island, We don't see the plane landing or anything like that. We just see Nicolas Cage walking up, it looks like he's walking up a hike that you would find in New Hampshire. It's like he's going up a mountain, like sweaty.
So did Nic Cage just jump out and walk in his suit, like
right?
Because he's dressed in a suit. But Erik, we're now at where the original Wicker Man started here.
Yes,
the original
Spooky.
Wicker Man, but the original Wicker Man started with the plane coming in for a landing and him getting off the plane.
Right?
We did not know about the inspector or the detective policeman. We did not know about his life before he got the letter. Nope. We didn't see him read the letter. It started right there.
I missed that art from the original Wicker Man. I would like to see him at home, like watching television or talking to someone at the supermarket about nonsense. That would have been so character building.
So right away, that was what I meant when I said the movie has problems with where it starts. Like it
hasn't started.
Why could we not have started with him flying in the plane with the guy over the islands?
Well, because
coming out of the clouds.
That car wreck, remember, is probably really important.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really important because that's why he's on drugs, I guess.
And, he's dressed in a suit with his like overnight bag over his shoulder, and he's
2000s suit with a frickin' shoulders are like big. Yeah.
And he's hiking through, like, as far as updating Wicker Man and reimagining it, he's now in sort of the Pacific Northwest, the old growth forests, like the rich green, big, tall trees, lights filtering through. He's walking through there. And I'm like, okay, I can go with that sort of an idea as the setting, this island.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Oh, so much. But so he meets this older woman and who's reminding him that it's private property. And she's like, she's in her 50s?
She's good. I like this. I like her. I like this actress. I like what she's doing here.
I don't know. And then two very similar women show up and I'm like, oh, it's the same woman times 3. And they're telling him it's private. And he's like, oh, yeah, I don't even know what the dialogue is. You got police business. And then 2 guys, you can see me barreling through this. 2 guys show up and like, all right, now we got something. And they got this huge sack, like a burlap sack. And there was what looks like a man-sized something in there moving around and blood dripping from it.
And Nic Cage even goes, you're kind of dripping there.
Yeah. And he shows him a picture. He's like, oh, I'm here for a missing child. And the women are so obviously, they just like look off like, nope, seen her. Nope, looking off to the left. He's like, it's helpful to look at the picture.
This is where I'm trying to figure out what the movie's doing with his character, Erik, because the way he's dressed in that suit and he's coming there, it reminds me of, I don't know if you ever saw like The Long Goodbye with Elliot Gould, Philip Marlowe, like a detective from a noir or something. And he's a little hard boiled. Like it helps to look at the picture, if you like that. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting, but he's a motorcycle cop in California. So I don't, it's weird.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't either. I think, what's happening, Art, is he's reading from the script. How do I know what the words are? They're in the script. Where do I stand? Somebody told me. It's just...
And so he goes to look under this. These 2 guys have this thing wrapped up in a burlap sack, and it's moving a little bit. You can tell. And I think you sound like you don't like this. I like this because it's weird.
I told you I liked it. It's weird.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
It doesn't, they're looking at it like, what's under the sack? And then they say that he has to go and take these matters up with Sister Summersisle. So now I'm like, okay, Sister Summersisle. Okay, is this an island that's filled with women? But no, there's 2 men there. But the only thing, here's where they're making it creepy, Art, right? You just said that. Making it creepy.
Yes and no. Like I like the sack because I like that we never see what's in the sack. We never.
So do I. But his reference to the sack, he goes, because they're trying to make it creepy. So why would you take us out of that? Oh, what's in the bag? Shark or something? Like what?
You're right. Yeah.
Why would
Like
you just
a shark?
ruined it?
But why a shark? What?
Maybe it's like a tuna. You know how big tuna can get. And then they also say the harbor pilot will need a good talking to. But they say it like it's like The Shining. I corrected her. They're almost saying it like it's going to need a good talk.
Yeah. And for those of you, if you're still listening and you haven't seen the original Wicker Man, you should go watch it. You should go watch it. But no. But what Erik is referring to here is the original Wicker Man when the policeman first arrives to this island. People are greeting him in this way, but they have a much different nature to them. It's not out intentionally ominous. It's more lighthearted and so it's off-putting because they're not making sense. And then suddenly she says, I was sent here. Her mother's name is Willow. And they're like, Willow. Oh, yeah. Willow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's from the original. I like little nods to the original. Oh, Willow, slipped my mind.
But the way they did
Willow.
But the way they did in the other movie, Erik, I don't want to make the whole podcast about comparing, is they were like, oh, Willow, May. It was May in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, May. And they're all like, we know May. Here it's like, Willow. Yeah, she's a free spirit. Like, and so.
And just even the lines, I'm just like, what did she just say? Well, where is she? Oh, she's up the way at the mating house, which is a thing. In California, you go down the street and you go, oh, wait, honey, I got to stop in the mating house. A mating house. Yep.
Yeah.
So
he walks in, it looks like a ski chalet, like you'd see up there. Yeah.
Big old log cabin, mostly women. There's some men there.
Well, he walks in, he says, he looks and it's so many women. And he's like, must be ladies. That's what he mutters to himself.
Yeah, he's got a little problem with women, it seems, I think. We don't get too much of that.
He does, but this is the, anyways, let's keep going. Let's move on.
Hoarder.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure if that would have helped things.
No, nothing would have helped things.
Might have made it worse, yeah. So So
does he call the woman at the bar the barmaid? Does he call her that? Are you the barmaid?
Bar wench. Yeah.
I'm Ed Malice.
Yeah. She introduces herself as Sister Beach.
To dialogue here, this actor, she completely takes me out of the movie. I keep thinking this is a Saturday Night Live sketch, or she's in like a situation comedy. He's like, oh, if you can swing that. She's like, swing? Is that some kind of city talk? I'm like, what did you just say? She looks like she's the coach of a football team. That's what she looks like. I would rather see her as a coach. All right, I'm going to give you a timeout. Blows the whistle. So, everybody out.
There is an interesting thing that goes by really quickly, but as soon as he walks in, she's like, oh, you must be the officer. Yeah. But how would she know? How would she know that? Yeah.
I have no idea, but she does because it's a mystery art.
Which the music, I have to say, I like the score, Erik. I'm not sure if it's right in this movie. I think they're trying to make this music do a lot here. You go and listen to the tracks, like you're like, oh my God, Art, you went and look. I listened to the soundtrack because I was curious. It's strings and music. I'm like, when he's walking through and I'm like, they're like, ooh, this is a mystery. Let's get the guy who scored the David Lynch movies, right? To add this to it. But
I would think that it would be a soundtrack from Seinfeld would have fit better with this scene. Is that some kind of city talk? Boom, 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 ding.
Da 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 da. At the end, Erik, like the very end. So Willow is there.
Willow comes in. She is I don't know the actor, but she's very thin, but she has a unique beauty. She's just somehow you're immediately drawn to this person's face. Her face is just hauntingly pretty.
Yeah. I like her in this movie. I like this actor. I'm just going to say right out. I like what she's doing here. I'm not sure but I'm not sure that the movie
doesn't. She's going to try through this entire movie to emote some kind of character.
And not in a bad way. I'm not saying she's overacting, but I think she's trying to do things here to make this a little different. And probably with direction, I'm not sure. But
and that's his ex-girlfriend from
a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah. And Nicolas Cage in this movie's like 43.
Right,
and
right.
Willow's she's 30. It's not that big of a It's not that big of a leap, but I'm like, she looks like she's 21. So,
you know who she reminds me of, Erik, is just her archetype, her face is Vera Farmiga. Do you know the actress Vera?
Yeah, sure.
She gives me that vibe with those eyes, with the So
what?
She's gonna show him up to his room, I guess, but he doesn't go right away. He needs a drink.
Yeah,
he needs a drink after everything he's been through today.
Oh yeah. As long as he's not intruding. And I swear to God, this is a play and you cast someone who almost knows their lines because the barmaid is like, this is mead. It is one of the pleasures of our island. I'm almost trying to do her exactly. And I swear to God, I would rather have her go, it's one of the pleasures on our island. Hey, you two, settle down or I will kick you a new ass. You understand me? Anyway, this is me.
It's like Will Ferrell with the Get Off the Shed sketch.
I would have loved
kids.
for her to be like a frickin'
Well, Erik, I have to say it matches up a little bit with what we talked about with that waitress at the diner earlier. It just seems not quite
doesn't
what
fit.
the character we're supposed to be here.
Nope, this is the college play and they didn't have enough people sign up for theater.
Like I would say the woman that he met at first, the woman who he met, the first woman, if she was the barmaid, that seems like it might fit a little bit more,
maybe,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, but the takeaway is the drink is one of the pleasures of our island. That's how you sell a drink, Art. When I go to Europe, they're like, here you go, have a shandy. It's one of the pleasures of our town. The other one is the women in the red district. Why don't you go there? You know, I'm like, what did you say?
It's mead, right? That he's drinking.
Yeah, with
and
some honey.
He gulps it down. This gave me a little bit of a Nicolas Cage thing here. He'd taken the mead and just.
I was thinking Christmas Vacation where he's drinking the eggnog. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, and then he starts pounding on the table with his wallet, and it's not like people were making a lot of noise.
No, or he just got a drink. It's not like there was anything that upset him.
He just, as if he's got to get everybody's attention in a meeting. It feels like, we're watching like 1776 or something, and it's like, hey, come to order, everyone, right? And he's like, I think all you should know, this is police business that I'm here for. And
I'll be questioning each and every one of you. I'm like, what?
And I think the barkeep asks Sister Beach asks a legitimate question. Is it California business? Because, by the way, this is Washington. But I wish she had as much attitude as I just had there, Erik, when I said it, right?
Oh, my gosh. It's like a play. Is this California business? Because this is Washington.
Yeah, it's a little...
That's the way to deliver it.
But then he looks down, and there's a bee on the counter. They gotta pump it in the Foley on the...
Yeah. And he smashes it with the mug. And she's like, she goes, I wish people could see it, but she goes... Like,
and everybody sort of in the bar is like, whoa.
Why would you go and do a thing like that? What?
And he's allergic.
Oh, he's allergic to bees.
So Erik, our guy here is like, he's trolling the self-help rack, popping pills, and he's allergic to bees.
Yeah, he's got a little mead problem, drinking problem, allergic to bees. All right, if you're allergic to bees, you're at a bar and there's a bee on the bar, is your go-to to get closer to it and smash it? Or is your go-to like, don't get there near me? I mean, he doesn't seem that upset that it's close.
And meanwhile, the whole scene is a little weird to me too, Erik, because she's like, Willow will show you up to your room.
But then...
And his ex-fiancé walks in, who he hasn't seen forever. Right. And then she goes upstairs, but he hangs out downstairs to drink mead and kill bees. Shouldn't he be going upstairs going, what the is going on, right?
Oh my God, it's you. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. You look great. No, but instead of them having a physical conversation, he gets another note.
Yeah.
And I know that you probably know maybe what's in this note, but all I'm getting from this note is I'm being watched. Meet me at this random place that I'm not going to describe at a random time and just be there, okay? I'm scared. And he knows where it is. Got it.
Maybe there's a place beyond the point.
And
That's
he's like,
what she
the
says.
fuck is the point? Where's the point?
It's an island. There are tons of points. There are points everywhere. Like
In a little, doesn't she say in a little while? She doesn't give him a time. She doesn't say at 3:15. She's like, in a bit. Meet me there in a bit. When did you write the note?
but she also
God.
says, believe nothing that you hear.
Believe nothing.
Mhm.
And he meets her, and I know you probably get something out of the scene, but he meets her at this place that he found. And all I got from this scene was, I'm still wearing the ring. We were engaged. And then all I got from here is blah, 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 conversation about why she left. And I kept thinking, how young were they? And how could she possibly have a daughter? She doesn't look
Did he
like...
do a mail order bride from Summersisle? Like they have a
Summersisle. Pick your girl. Welcome. This is the little
90-day fiance, Eric. 90-day fiance
Yep.
with the girl from
We
Summersisle.
got all blondes and one brunette. A lot of weird men if you're into that. But she
Yeah,
only-
you're right. This is just
I couldn't. There was no information here.
There's no information. It's just to sort of recap their relationship, and I like what the actors are both doing in the scene. I think they're playing it nicely, to be honest. Just to give it a compliment here.
Sure. And she's got the eyes.
I know. I'm with you, Eric, but I want to
She's
say
got the big eyes. She's
got the big eyes, and she.
I only trust you, she says, who I
Yes.
haven't seen in 6 or 7 years.
And to give the writing some credit, she goes, "It was a long time ago. We were so young," and he's like, yeah, so what? What the hell? Why did you leave me? Like the
love
writing
that.
is kind of.
He does that a lot in the movie. He's like, okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, let's move on. Yeah,
But then a bell is
playing.
ringing.
Yeah.
There's like a bell ringing or something off in the distance.
And she
she's gotta
leaves
go.
just giving him almost absolutely no information.
Yeah,
and
this could have been
saying my
covered.
daughter's
They
missing.
could have combined this with a scene that happens later. I
Oh
think.
my God!
Right. But he's back at the hotel. He's unpacking. When I unpack, Eric, I always like to make sure that I angle my stuff. I angle it towards the camera so that we can be sure that you see I have my allergy medication or I have my right. Yeah.
And your specific bee allergy, because it said something like "be alert" or something like that.
Yeah.
Was
Epi-pen, Epi-pen
Be
or something. And I'm
Epi.
like, yeah.
Be careful. I would have loved it if he pointed it towards the camera, like just in case you guys forgot, I'm allergic to bees. What's it?
He just does a voiceover to himself, like,
Yeah.
good thing I brought these.
That would have been a much better film. I would have loved to hear that. Oh,
But then,
wish I brought more.
And then he hears something and he looks downstairs and it's some gathering is starting to happen in the mating house downstairs. And two weird, I like the idea of this. These two, they're good. They might be good in another movie, Eric, but
These
did you like
twins,
this? These
They're
twins.
actual twins, and they've been.
They're actual.
They were in.
Oh, you've
what
seen
is
them?
it? Yeah, they're in the American Horror Story. They use them a lot.
Oh, that's right. But they talk at the same time.
Oh, it's
these
so
women.
just unbelievable. It's
It's
just like,
unbelievable
what?
and weird. Yeah.
But it's too weird. Like you're in a haunted house. I mean,
Yes.
And then the what's her name? Our linebacker is like, make sure you're ready.
She's calling the plays, Eric. She's behind the line of
All right,
scrimmage.
girls,
like-
listen up, ladies. All right, hold on to your panties because I need you to make sure you're ready for the day of tomorrow. Okay, girls? We're going to kick some ass. It's all right, girls? Yes, of the Wicker Man's return.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this The Shining? Come play with us. Is this the girl?
It's those girls grown up. They're grown up now.
Yep, they survived. They went to Summersisle and they're thriving. And they're
Right.
blind.
Good call.
It's just a weird.
But then he gets surprised with an actress. I really like this actress, and
Me too.
I don't. Lily Sobieski is there, and she obviously works at the hotel, and she's eating an apple as she's talking to him. And
well, you know what that means. If you're eating an apple, you're a villain. That's every time you're chewing on an apple. And they have apples there on the island. That's good.
Yeah. I have that must be a nod to the original movie, because Summerisle in the original movie, right, was apples were their export.
Bring back their apples.
Yeah. Here it's honey, right? Is what they're
honey,
saying. Yeah.
which is not
honey seems to be
in your face right now.
No.
If you weren't paying attention, you don't know that this island.
A lot of things will be in your face soon.
Yeah.
But,
hey, but you know what, Art? Hey, pretty girl. I'm missing some tapes from my suitcase. Everything's okay. And I think she's like, good.
Kind of like that weird dialogue. I know
she's just very believable.
Yeah,
I believe what she's saying.
Yeah, elliptical sort of conversation here. And then he's got to have Erik. As if we didn't get enough of the car wreck that happened at the beginning of the movie.
We got to have sleepy time back on the boat, and the truck takes her out again. I'm like, ooh, this is so important to the plot. And you can hear our time portal truck driver going, not again.
I love this guy that we've created. I love him.
Son of a bitch.
But we see the incident again.
Yes.
But nobody's in the car this time. He's back on the highway, and when he looks in the car, there's nobody in it.
Okay, Art, what is this for you watching? What is this saying to you? Like, the showing this scene again, and we thinking, oh, maybe it never happened? That's what I was wondering at this point. And then I started to get a little worried, because I start to think, is this going to be a Jacob's Ladder thing? Is this going to be where it's not happening?
We're all going to, he's dead. He died in that car accident at the beginning.
It hit him dead.
Yeah, I was a little worried, Erik, I have to say.
Maybe it will be, Art. Maybe for our listeners, it will be. We don't know.
We don't know. But they are, I think our point, Erik, is they are making this car wreck center in the movie. It is a central part of this movie. It is,
apparently it is important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he takes more drugs. So, okay.
So are you wondering, Erik, possibly, is he hallucinating a lot because of the drugs? Is that where your mind is going?
I think he is, because every time something happens like that, he pops a pill. Yeah. You know those magic movie pills where you pop it and you're okay, 10 seconds later, like, a pill, and you're fine. Fast acting.
I know, Erik. I know. As a matter of fact, hold on a second. I gotta.
Oh,
I'm just.
You want to pop a? Oh,
I'm just gonna hold on, Erik.
Are you okay?
No, I just had to take something.
Yeah. Like I got
here. This is much more enjoyable now.
Now, right? You're taking that antidepressant pill. For
I need it for the Wicker Man 2006. So he wakes up and he hears people talking. Like you've always said, in these types of inns, you can actually hear everybody talking. But he hears very distinctly a young girl, it sounds like, going, I don't want to do it. Don't make me do it.
Right.
And then we hear something shatter, like glass.
Oh, no. And he looks outside. Yeah.
And Erik, it's a girl with the red sweater or hooded sweater on and the pigtails running across the grass.
It's got to be the same girl, because it's the same height, weight, everything. And it's nighttime, so he follows her out and he goes to this barn. In any other film, I'd be like, ooh, this is cool. But in this one, I'm like, why are you wasting her?
I'm glad you called this out. Yeah. And the score here, Erik, is doing, the track on the album is called The Barn.
The Barn. What's in the barn?
So he goes in the barn. But I think this is the filmmaker, Erik. This is usually what filmmakers can do when they're constructing a movie. Is you have sort of visual parallels to things so that you build into the story and the visual language of it something that then later on is repeated, but it in a different way and takes on more meaning. So I want to point out to you, and you'll see where I'm going with this. He's climbing up in this dark barn, climbing by pigeons and livestock as he ascends the barn up and up and up into the top of the barn, right? Where he finally, no, I'm just saying.
No, good for you for trying desperately to find a reason for this.
But we're going by all this. And when he gets to the top, there's like a big bin of apples up there. And does he find a coat or a red cloak? Does he find something up there or sees a red cloak or something up there?
He sees a red thing. And he keeps calling. He apparently thinks it's Rowan because he said, Glenn, Rowan. And I keep thinking, is this happening? Is this happening or is this a dream?
All right. And then he falls through like a thing in the floor and falls down pretty hard.
Right?
Like
He's
how many? Like 2 stories or something? Yeah. I'm like his legs should be shattered. His femur.
Action, suspense. Yeah.
Yeah, but as you say, this is the movie I think trying to be scary, but nothing happens. Nothing comes of it. It's not organically integrated. But I did read an interview with Neil LaBute, and this is a later interview that he's doing. Blurry, my camera's out of focus.
You know why it's out of focus? Because the drugs
I think I leaned back too far. But Neil LaBute said that actually he learned from this movie. He said, I don't think I'm a filmmaker that can make a scary movie. And he said, I found it really hard to make something scary that happens during the daytime. He goes, that's really hard. He said it gave him all sorts of appreciation for horror movies that scare you in the daytime. So I wonder if here he's like, I'm going to have a nighttime scene so I can make something scary. I got to scare somebody in this movie. So let's have this scene. But you're right. Doesn't amount to anything. We learn nothing. We learn nothing about his character. We learn nothing about the mystery. We learn nothing in this sequence.
All we think is, is this a dream or is Rowan alive? And why is she running from him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then now it's breakfast time.
Breakfast, yeah.
And you know those little honey bears that you have?
I got them. I got one in my cabinet right now. I should have brought it, yeah.
But the problem is, it's empty. Oh, it's like no honey on the island. And wait. There's a island with massive amounts of honeybees.
Like your island flag and seal is a honeybee.
Right. But for some reason, I didn't research bees enough, Art, but for some reason, they just stopped. They're like, we are not puking up anything else. We're just going to buzz around and mate. That's it.
And Lily's there.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've heard her name at all. She's Sister Honey in the credits.
Is she Sister Honey?
She's Sister Honey in the credits, but I don't think we ever hear anybody say that, do we?
God damn it. I wish this was a comedy. Oh, excuse me. Lady, sister, it's sister. Okay. Honey? Yes. No, there's no honey. No, there is. I'm honey. No, wait, what? That would have been a whole great scene of them.
And she tells him the crop was cursed last year.
Cursed. And that's why our bees don't produce honey, is only when they're cursed. Otherwise, it's going to work. But when bees get cursed, they're just too scared to do it.
But she might find you a little bit of sugar.
Honey? That's not what I meant.
So, and this is where he notices over on the other side of the thing. So she moves away and she was standing in front of a whole wall of black and white photos.
Yes.
You know how remakes...
whole wall.
Remakes and sequels, Eric, got to do everything bigger and better.
And better. You are right. It's like the pictures are on close to the floor all the way up.
I thought, Eric, they were going to look up and they'd have them on the ceiling. Like the one row is on.
Yep. Like people putting dollars all over their bar where they're everywhere, or T-shirts or baseball caps.
Yeah. It's a massive wall of black and white photos. Yeah.
It's of the honey harvest. And Art, one of them's broken at the bottom, and she sucks at her job because there's no honey, right? She's got nothing to do. There's no patrons. It's broken, and the glass is still on the floor.
Now, do you think, Erik, I think that was the night before, possibly the glass we heard breaking before he went out to the barn. That's what I thought.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we wouldn't know the picture's broken.
He goes outside. We get more Lily. I like this. We got an axe.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the image. She's got an axe over her shoulder. I'm like, this is great.
I do have to say, Art, I do agree with you about, I don't know what else Lily's done. So, like, I don't think she does much anymore, but her acting in this is completely believable because when they're wood chopping and he's like, oh, you recognize this girl? And she just goes, like she doesn't answer, but it's so good. And he's also a terrible detective. Everybody's terrible at their jobs here because he doesn't like, hey, listen, I asked you a question.
Well, and then there's this weird little exchange here. We've had a couple of them in this movie about, he said, what's happening? Because he heard last night, Sister Beach saying, like, get ready for the
day of tomorrow. The
day of tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So he asks Lily Sobieski, Sister Honey here, he says, what's happening the day of tomorrow? And she's like, what?
What? You mean
what are you talking about
the day
after tomorrow?
He's like, oh yeah, sorry. Trying to get your lingo.
Yes. And that was a little Nic Cage slipping out there, I felt in that scene.
It is.
It is little Nic Cage. So she's looking at him funny. And so he asks about this. He needs to go to the school. That's where he's going to start his investigation. But right before he's about to leave, she steps in a little closer.
Yes.
And very simply, Erik just says, when you leave, will you take me with you? Like just really almost like whispering it. But serious.
Yes. We believe her.
Yes.
But Nicolas Cage just goes,
I'm going to call out a few more of those, Erik, in this movie where you're just like, why is he not
responding to I asked you a specific question. You're not answering.
So he's going to take a walk through the woods there and he passes by some pregnant women. And they're just walking by.
I have a different description of those.
Oh, they're not?
You said pregnant women.
Were they not?
No, these are Gloucester teenagers. These are those
young
of you
women.
Don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Go back in the news a while, but these
look up Gloucester Pregnancy Pact. Yeah.
These are pregnant teenagers.
Yes.
None of these people are over 20 for sure.
No, and they're walking past him. And this is where once again, Erik, they're trying to pump up something here because they got whispering on the soundtrack. Oh, yes, you do. Pregnant women. You know, it's like what he...
These women are pregnant. They're barely 17. All right, can we just remake? I think we should just remake it. We add our own. We dub it. We dub the whole thing with our own music.
So
is this the way to the school? Pregnant women. Boom. I guess so.
It starts, Erik, with Nicolas Cage standing in front of a stand-up audience. You know, the thing about honey is you...
why is it in a bear? Shouldn't it be in a bee?
Yeah.
I mean, people, come on.
So he gets to the schoolhouse, and this is a scene kind of lifted right out of the original movie.
It is. They show you a maypole, but they give you no reason. For those who don't know what a maypole is, you still won't. You're like, what's that? There's a striped pillar in the background.
So he goes into school and what is a phallic symbol? He walks in and that's what the teacher is asking the students.
Yes, another pretty and really weird sounding person. And this person, I'll stand corrected again, it's another dark-haired person.
Yes, the school teacher.
But
the children... It's all women, all young girls in this class. All look like the age of Rowan and the girl who got killed in the car. Yep. And they all have their hair in those pigtails. And they're all dressed. Did they all have a red sweater on? Or am I just imagining that?
You want them to all have a red sweater on.
Yeah. And are there a couple of sets of clear twins in the classroom too? There's one, I think. But I can't.
All right. I wish. I wish
Yeah.
I was paying attention that much.
But I was like, oh my God, this is the school from Children of the Damned. This is would be where they go to school.
But you said the teacher asked, what does man represent in his pure form, right?
Mm-hmm.
You asked that. And then the girls responded.
Phallic symbol. They in like almost robotic.
But twice. Is it a poem? Phallic symbol. Someday we will have a belly. We'll be 17. You know, I mean, what?
And
what
so
is
our officer, and I don't think we've even said his name yet. Nicolas Cage's character's name.
Maybe we didn't. No.
This is a good place to introduce his name. He's Officer Malice, as in M-A-L-U-S, male phallus. Like
I would have rather any other last name. I'm Officer Ed Dickman. I'm Officer Ed Peni. I'm Officer Ed Serpent Ejaculate.
And then we get some literature here. She's
This
like
is where
you're on a quixotic adventure.
Oh,
Don Quixote chasing the dream.
God. Yeah.
Usually a man, Erik. She says usually a man.
And she goes, usually a man. Side eye. Girls, usually a man, because we don't teach boys in here. And I love I'm a policeman. See my badge? Yeah, it's my badge, everybody. You're late and the law won't help you with that. Just weird. It's weird dialogue. And then he's like, here, pass this around and see if you know her. And they all shake their heads no, but they're doing it like art. They're being directed in a play. It's like, remember, girls, shake your head no.
Well, they keep cutting to the teacher, whose Sister Rose.
Oh,
that's what she says, Sister Rose.
Right. Of course, another plant.
Yeah.
Sister Rose.
But they keep cutting to her while the kids are there, and it's very clear that she's watching them. And none of the kids recognize this picture.
No.
None of
and
them.
he does.
Even though they all look, nobody's going like, "Hey, that kind of looks like you."
Yeah, they're like, "Wait a minute."
They all look like Rowan,
right?
They all look
exactly. Thorn, is this you? No, weed. Is this you? Thistle. Does this look like Thistle? Looks like Thistle. But he wipes off the board, which always gets me. That people just think whatever's on the blackboard's not important. He wipes it right off just to put her name.
And it was just like some, like a poem or something. It wasn't as cool as in the first movie where you had like what the Hagstone does.
Yeah,
and
the Hagstone. They're not learning about the Hagstone here. But some of the lines right from the other movie, she's like, if she existed, we would know of her. And then he's like, wait a second. Not the exact dialogue. There's an empty desk right there. I'm not an idiot.
Yeah. And so let's stop here, Erik. You're doing Nicolas Cage. What makes a Nicolas Cage? What is it? Because he's not Keanu Reeves.
No,
but he's
Can't
not.
be too Valley. I'm doing a little too Valley here, but Nicolas Cage talks low and doesn't move. He doesn't move his bottom teeth very much. He talks like that. But then when he gets excited, he's like, "Yeah, I'm excited." So it's either this, or yeah, let's do it. So that's the Nicolas Cage.
I don't know. I knew you were going to love doing him during this whole podcast, but I was just curious because I tried a little bit, and I'm like, I don't think I got a handle on this guy.
You got to freak out a little with your hand in your head when you're talking. You're like, oh.
But back to the desk, Erik. That empty desk. The empty desk.
And okay. It's an empty desk. He opens it. The world's best trained crow.
This crow gets a lot of work, Erik. This crow.
Quietest bird. Flies out of there like it's a magic trick.
Yeah. Scares the hell out of him, I have to say. It works.
It's... But no sounds up until then. And then one of the girls goes, we trapped a little bird inside to see how long he can stand it. Like, that is not a little bird. How did you get that? I want to see the scene where the girls have to round up the crow and trap it and get it in that desk.
Oh, my God.
Where's that scene? They got Band-Aids on and bird poop all over the place.
Oh, my God. So the bird's up there in the rafters, and now he wants to see the register. But she keeps saying, you'll need to talk to Summersisle, Miss Sister Summersisle, to get permission to see that. He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
She's mad the whole time. She's like,
and he opens the register and her name's in there, Rowan Woodward, and it's crossed out.
Well, when you say it crossed out, there's a thin line through it.
Yes. It's not ominous.
You guys could have done a better job of removing the name. But take it from the original. You're liars. You little liars.
And
PG-13.
And she's going to bring him outside to talk to him. Did you notice hanging by the door was a little wicker cage with a little wicker figure inside of it?
Oh, I missed that.
Hanging by the door. He went by and he went out. But what I love is after he goes out, like you said, our really good actor, the Crow here, gets a caw, like it's a close-up and gets a line. He gets another line.
Yeah, I want to see them trying to put it back in the desk. I want to see that. And no one's lying to you. And he's like, you mean Rowan's dead? Oh, we don't use that word here. And then she says it was an accident. The only thing I got out of this scene that I liked, just because we saw the original and they're trying to kind of emote that scene, is he's like, where's her body in the earth? And then how'd she die? And the teacher goes, she will burn to death. And he's like, what? What'd you just say? Wait a second. Hold on. And then she goes, she burnt to death.
Yes.
So
and he's like, what happened? That seemed really weird. His expression.
He's really weird.
It is.
He doesn't stop her. He's a cop. He's like, hold on, everybody. You said she will burn to death. Now you said burn. DA, burn her. I mean, he doesn't even, he just looks confused like, okay.
So I guess he's going to head out. Is he maybe looking for the graveyard? Is that he's going to go looking for the graveyard? Maybe she.
Yeah.
Once again, he's holding up his phone, looking for a signal. And he suddenly sees there's a lot of boys. Because the school was all girls. No, these are boys. The school was all girls. This is, I would describe it as a work detail of boys. They are gathering sticks and branches.
Yes.
And
but he also runs into the teacher.
Sister Rose. Yeah.
He's like, and it's almost, this is where you think, okay, what you said, maybe it's a dream, because he's like, hey, didn't I? I'm just milking it hard. Hey, sister, I don't want to mess up the way you talk here. He's like, didn't I just see you? She's like, no, you didn't. But it's her with red hair. And I'm like,
and a different outfit on, a different outfit.
Yeah.
Like she's completely different. No.
But she says it to him like, yeah, you did. I was the actor that played the other person.
Yeah.
She doesn't say like, no. Who are you? She's like, no, you didn't.
And I don't think we ever hear this woman's name in the movie, but in the credits, that actress is credited as Sister Rose / Sister Thorne.
No shit, Art, because if you hadn't told me, I was ready to say, let me guess what her name is. It's Sister Thorne. She's like the pissy sister, the child of darkness, child of light. That's what it is. Sister Thorne's like a brat.
But he does do a double take. It's like teenage boys, pool boys and gathering sticks and stuff.
I like the overgrown. It's like they've just put a bunch of Hollywood stones in this big grassy field.
The cemetery. Yeah.
Yeah. But I thought that was kind of fun. And then he finds what looks like, I say it's a fresh grave, but it looks like a pile of dirt.
Mm-hmm.
And then Willow shows up again. And she's like, that's not Rowan's grave. And this is more ridiculous conversation that doesn't get us anywhere.
Well, no, we get a revelation for anybody who hasn't been able to guess it. This is where she reveals that Rowan is Nicolas Cage's daughter.
Is this?
Yeah, in this scene, yeah.
All right. Well, they're at the ruins of a church that's got a flooded crypt that they point out, and he's one of them says, "I'm trying to understand. I am," and they're like, "Me too." Like, is this a soap opera? What's happening here?
The information they want to give us here is there's a flooded crypt, which is you think is going to be important.
It's
in the
super
movie.
important.
Yeah.
This is where another truck is going to come barreling through a portal. This would be a great shot for the truck. What the hell was that? I don't know.
She tells him she thinks they're going to hurt Rowan. And Sister Summerisle is everything. We live in her shadow, especially me.
And then forgive me. She says forgive me for no reason.
Well, I don't think
we know
for
this.
no reason. But as the audience, it's strange. And he goes, I'm lost, But then
because
she says,
he is saying what the audience is thinking.
Right.
Like, let's cut to the chase, or I'm lost, or what?
But she's saying, now you know why I need to help me. And he says it. He says, I'm Rowan's father. And I think Cage does a good job acting in this moment. And some of this dialogue is logical, Erik. Sometimes he goes, this isn't right. He's like, you should have told me that from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's giving him the doe eyes and like, I'm sorry, I don't know.
So he's got impetus now, a larger mission here if it's his daughter to find her. He's like, take me to her room. Take me to Rowan's room.
Yes, which looks like the room when they go in there, it looks like something out of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's all one color and there's a little desk. I was expecting like one of the elves to be like, I'm not just a misfit. Like I just thought.
It was odd. Yeah, it's very odd. And he's trying to ask questions that legitimately a police officer or detective would. It's like, so what happened the night that she disappeared? And she keeps saying things that are off topic, and he keeps trying to bring her back. He's like, yeah, right. What was she dressed like?
Yeah,
where did she go?
My favorite bits, because she's like, oh, she's just so wonderful, and she can swim. And he's like, yeah, she can swim. Okay, all right, listen, she can swim. Okay. And then there's a little desk. It's the world's tiniest desk.
Yeah.
And
he goes under it. He's looking all around the desk. I'm like, what is he looking for? There's nothing on the desk. But he looks underneath, and it's scrawled like all sorts of stuff is scrawled in there. But it's "Help me" is the big one. Do you see? Help me.
Yeah, it's horrific red. It looks like something you find in what's that? Any horror movie where the girl has got a supernatural entity haunting her. And I thought, please let this be the case. Because why is she surrounded in red? Help me.
And did you catch Willow is looking at him discovering this stuff. And Willow is looking kind of troubled that he found that. But I don't know. Knowing what's going on.
He goes, have you seen this? And she's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He says, it's pretty disturbing.
She's like, well, yeah, I guess so, yeah. Yeah. Well, now that you point it out, yeah. But she doesn't have any other photographs. He's like, you got any other photographs of her? She's like, nope. Yeah. We don't do much of that here. There's one person, Dr. Moss. Get it? Dr. Moss?
Yeah. Dr. Moss, I get it.
Rose, Thorn, Moss, Willow, Trunk, Log.
They're named like the rabbits on Watership Down.
Right?
He's like, you know what? I got to get to the plane dock. Does he hear the plane coming in? Does he hear the plane flying in? Is that it? Yeah. So he's like, I'm going to go down there because I got to use that guy's radio.
Because the phone doesn't work. And he runs all the way down the dock, and we need to see him going all the way down the dock because it's important. I love that he Nic Cages the sign. He has to read what's on the sign. There's a little chain. It's like,
sorry, be back in 5 or something.
It's like back presently. It's yeah. And he reads it like, oh, back presently. Okay, whatever. Okay. Oh, there's no plane. I mean, there's nobody.
No, it's there. Wasn't it there? Yeah. But it's
the
just sort of
there,
floating. It's just sort of floating there.
Yeah, a little biplane.
But the pilot's not here.
So he's gonna sit down and wait for the pilot. What? Because of the sign, be back presently. He's like, well, presently can't be that long.
And then but who's that sign for? Is it for the harbor master? Or is it for the pilot? Why is he sitting down and waiting?
The pilot's like, I'll only do this.
I guess he's thinking the pilot's going to come back at some point.
Right, but go look for the guy, for crying out loud. It's a small island, right?
I know. It's but suddenly he sees that there's hair, blonde hair floating in a grate underneath the dock.
Yeah, the dock has occasional grates on it, which I'm like, what dock has grates on it? But this is where you're like, okay, here we go. Because he looks and it's of the body of a girl underwater.
Yeah. So
with
he
a
jumps in.
Sweater.
Yeah. Yeah. He jumps in.
Yes.
Swims under the dock. Yeah.
So he's going to pull up the cord. Oh, wait a second.
No.
Oh, no. It's a dream.
He had a dream, but then he looks down and he's holding a girl in his arms. And he's like, whoa. And he wakes up again.
Yeah. The truck goes, no, I wish.
But Erik, you're right. That would have been perfect. But he says, it reminded me, Erik, for those listening who have seen it or heard our podcast, in American Werewolf in London, there's a dream within a dream moment, and there's a laugh line. And this reminded me of it because he goes, God damn it.
And that's exactly what I'm thinking while I'm watching it. I'm like, God damn it, this isn't real. We're just, because nothing's going on, they're like, let's throw a corpse in there. Not real.
Yeah. I start to get frustrated with stuff like that, Erik. I really do.
Yep.
And he takes his pills again, which you pointed out. He pops his pills, takes off the suit, and swims to the plane.
Yeah, by the suit, you mean he takes off his jacket and puts his stuff down.
Down to a white T-shirt.
Is he? Ooh. Is he our final girl? No.
Well, that's going to be later. Yeah. I had that in my notes.
All right. Right now, we've seen no underwear. Not a one.
Yeah.
From our podcast, I'm very disappointed in the lack of underwear. We're not getting any good wallpaper. Nothing. But he swims the plane. There's no radio. So he goes to the doctor's house, right?
Now let me tell you.
Yeah.
What was that scene then? Why we just spent all that time?
Yeah, and we're 50 minutes into the movie. 50. The only reason they did this is like, we need something scary in here. Corpse girl. Not
is
really.
This where, behind the scenes for everybody, Erik texted me and said called me and said he's at 50 minutes.
I did. I texted you and I said,
at 50 minutes. Yes.
On.
So it must have been after. I wonder if it was after this. Right after this little section,
right before it,
yeah.
And then
you still have more to go. You still have more to go.
Oh, I was ready to text you back and go, wait a minute, they did something, but it wasn't real. But I didn't want to ruin it for you.
So he's walking around the island in his suit, and I have to say, credit to the filmmakers, but he does start to look more and more ridiculous in this suit as he walks around. Like it gets more funny as it goes on, right?
Sure.
Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. I think they're in on it. They know that he just is looking sillier as he goes around. Yeah.
Listen to me pushing you forward. So anyway,
I know
he goes to Dr. Moss, who's the physician and the photographer. And it is another fun fact. It's another person that is in American Horror Story. She usually plays like an evil older woman. Like she was in the first one where she played the older version of the nurse. And I'm like, wait, and so underused. She just goes, blah, blah, blah. Stops him from looking at a book that says Rituals of the Ancients.
Yes.
And he's like, can I get he's gone all the way over here, Art. Oh, can I have a copy of the photo? And she goes, well, I have the negatives. I can make you one. He's like, okay, thanks. Bye. Great scene. And okay, good.
And then we see that he didn't leave, Erik. He's in the bushes across the way looking at the house.
Like a play. He is. Yeah. He's like in The Wizard of Oz where they're hiding behind the wall, but clearly visible.
Watching her door. I didn't understand that because she's like, I have a negative. I can make you a copy. And then he's like, out of there. I don't know.
There was nothing. Yeah.
Nothing. But he waits outside and he watches two weirdly hooded women come to her door. They have these hoods on with a circular face piece.
Yes. If anybody's watched Squid Game.
Yes. Good call. I was trying to figure out what these reminded me of. They're trying to figure it out.
Squid Game beekeepers.
Yes.
It's like if a beekeeper and Squid Game came together and made an outfit. They're like
creepy
Squid Game beekeepers.
Yeah. And they go to the door. They have weird masks on. And she leaves with them. She's going to go with these beekeeper women. And he breaks in. And then he reads from a book because we don't have enough of this going on. Not enough that he saw ancient rituals on the table. And they talk about a fertility ritual, young women in a harvest festival. In America, young women were burned. In these festivals.
Yeah, and
so nowhere else they were burned. I don't know. But it's very quick, and we're hearing him say this out loud so that we can...
Yes, just like original Wicker Man, where he's like, wait a minute. But he stoops around the back.
And there are jars with fetuses and babies in them. And some of them are deformed. Some of them are clearly deformed.
I want to go there to that movie. What is that? Let's find out about that. Nope. He's like, oh, he doesn't even go, oh, what the he doesn't do anything. He's like,
you've called it out a few times. He doesn't react to things like it's going to get worse too. But this movie, I agree with you though, Eric.
Jar?
I agree with you, Eric. This is it. You start to go, oh, this is interesting. But we're, like you said, we're over 50 minutes in at this point. We're well into this movie. This is stuff we should have been finding out in minute 20 or something.
Yes.
Not here.
And everybody in Wicker Man, the original Wicker Man, you know what the island is about right from the beginning. You're like, oh, some kind of weird Celtic-y, harvesty, old school witchcraft, Wiccan kind of a thing. This one, you're like, so that they have honeybees, I think, and babies in a jar. Okay. All right. And there's a bunch of teenage boys that carry sticks. Okay. What are you talking about here?
So he has to read it out loud. Rowan, worst harvest on record.
No. What harvest? Harvest of what? Apples? Because they still have some left. What harvest? Worst. Oh, harvest. What's a harvest?
Bees kind of make the stuff all year round, right?
Bees are puking up that shit all the time. Everyone, just so you know, it's bee vomit. Mm-hmm. That's what we're having. Honey is our
tastes so good, though.
So
I
good.
mean, it's so good,
especially when they're sick. Really comes out. But he finds that picture, and it's Rowan in the photo, and then he meets up with his ex-fiance again. And my thought right here, Art, is she also taking some drugs? Because if you watch her eyes, she's like, well,
I think we pointed out, Eric, she's trying to do something here. It's going to be revealed to us, but they do kiss here.
Oh my God.
But she says, I wish I stayed and made a life with you, but I didn't.
I hated it here, but I came back. You're like, what?
She kisses him. He kisses her back. Yeah.
That is a weird, it's not even, you don't care when they're kissing. You're like, it's a kiss and a little kiss. And he yells at her and she's like, Edward, why are you yelling at me? And he's like, what's going on? And she goes, it's a ceremony that we have and I don't know anything else. And he doesn't go, what's the ceremony about? They just make out.
Yeah.
And then we go to a log scene.
Yeah. They cut. I feel like something was cut there. Do you feel like there's a scene or scenes missing? Because suddenly he's walking with a bicycle.
Yeah, a bicycle. He's got a bike.
Very suddenly he's walking with a bicycle down a path, and it feels almost like he's walking through. I don't know, like the Wicker Man setup at like a homemade spook walk or something.
Yes.
But there's two of these weird beekeeper people on one side of the path he's going down. And on the other side are two grown men. Men putting logs up on a cart. And he decides he's going to help. He's going to stop and help.
Yeah.
Because I guess
Why? And then...
Well, because we need this next bit, Eric.
Do we?
So the guys, he says, I'll help you, but there's no reaction from this guy that he's helping put the logs on. These guys just kind of, so they go to put the logs up and then he does a shit job of it. Guy's probably like, thanks for the freaking help, because the logs all fall off the thing and nearly kill them.
He just, 2 hours worth of work wasted. Yeah, a guy almost gets killed.
And he's like, oh, he says something to the guy and the guy just doesn't respond.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
The guy
just
talk.
doesn't.
If I said, "Are you okay?" to somebody, and they didn't answer me, my next line is, "Oh, can't you talk?" Well, when would you ask somebody?
Erik, I just pull the cord and throw more logs on him.
Right? You'd be like, you know what, whatever. Brrr. He just leaves. He goes back on the bike. But I do want to give you another visual, everybody, if you're never going to see Wicker Man 2006. Another visual for the beekeepers is they look like Squid Game Jawas. Picture Jawa now in a Squid Game. It's just like, I almost want them to have red eyes and be like, I just say that.
And there's a Star Wars character like the Emperor's Guard or something.
Yeah,
those guys.
Beekeepers. Yeah.
Yeah. And they have, Erik, did you notice they have, the things you use to use the smoke on the bees?
Yeah.
Like, like they have those, but it looks almost like a gun the way they're holding it. It looks almost like it's a rifle.
There you go. Jawas. They're rounding up the droids.
Yeah. And then coming up beside, so he starts going off, like you said, from the scene. And then coming up the path behind are a bunch of guys with rustic backpacks where you carry all the firewood and sticks on the back. And they're coming up there. But this is where you start to get an image of, remember I told you it's like a work detail earlier? You're like, these beekeepers almost look like they're the guards on a prison gang. You're starting to like put that imagery together.
But dressed as beekeepers, because, bees love sticks. What's happening? And speaking of beehives, so remember when he was allergic to bees?
Erik, I didn't catch that.
No, he's allergic to bees. Remember he showed the camera, bees. Everyone, watch out. If you're allergic to something that will kill you, he inexplicably finds himself in a field, a huge field of beehives.
Yes.
So he didn't, what was he think? Was he thinking of a song or daydreaming? And then he's like, oh crap. Look at all the beehives. And I do a shot of it and you could see it's a well organized bee mecca.
Apiary or something?
I don't know.
It's like, but also the beehives look like, they're not like the wooden boxes. They're very ornate. They're sort of like, are they cement? I couldn't try to
They look like Winnie the Pooh beehives. And you know how in nature that's what they do. So, but they just did them all in one area. Yeah, it's very weird.
He starts swatting himself. Like he starts swatting, and then
how did he get in the middle of this?
He walked down there. He saw women.
It's like Art, you said, I'm allergic to chocolate. And I'm like, well, you might not want to go into that tub filled with warm chocolate.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to sit in there.
Well, he rode in. You have to say on the bike. Now they got him riding this old timey bike in his suit, and he looks ridiculous. That's what I said. I think they're leaning into this. Like he looks feckless and useless.
Yep. And then all of a sudden getting stung by bees, and he falls quite a bit. Like he's rolling around. I would have loved to see him just. It would go crazy. He runs into one and it lands on his head. He's trying to get it off.
And they're cranking up the bee sounds on the soundtrack. They are cranking it up. And the score is going crazy too. The track, Erik, the track on the soundtrack is called The Kiss of the Bee.
For crying out loud, the names of the songs are better than this entire movie. The barn. The voice, you say the voice of the bee. What is it?
The kiss of the bee.
Kiss of the bees. The barn. The loggy thing.
Would this be Vampire's Kiss of the Bees?
Yeah. The whole new movie. But he gets stung and he tries to use his Epi-pen or whatever it is, but he passes out. And guess what? We have another dream.
Oh my God. Yes. The car accident. Another car accident dream.
The important
Our portal truck driver is like. The poor truck driver's like,
yep.
Nah!
Yep. Truck driver goes right into the portal, into the bees. Just can't get that portal right.
So they got to show us the car accident again.
But
and then he wakes up.
There's no people in the car. It's just bees.
Yeah. Just bee. Yeah. And we hear zzz, like I said, they go nuts with that.
Yes. He wakes up. He's in a strange bed with Dr. Was it Dr.
Moss?
Weeds? No, Dr. Moss, right.
Dr. Moss.
Dr. Fungus.
Yeah. She didn't use his Epi-pen, she says.
Why not?
She did. She treated him in the old way.
What old way, Art? I would have loved it if she just held up some gothic equipment. She's like, the old way.
Or she just like sort of casually gestures to his crotch, but doesn't express.
Yes. Or she holds up her middle finger. It's got a tool with a crank on it.
We did it the old way.
The old way.
Yeah. And there's a waiter in the background who's incredibly deferential, but he looks like he's completely out of another movie. He'd be in some like English like manor sex comedy or something. Like it just like right. That's what he looks like. He'd be the butler who sees things going on, going
right. Whoa. The old way.
That's the title of the movie.
Right. Doing it the old way would be
right.
Lord Cripple's bum.
And
well, he checks to make sure his gun's loaded, and we remember now that he has a gun.
Well, we see two creepy girls, young, attractive girls going down the stairs, and
But they just, who cares? They're like, I mean, what?
Yeah, and they go outside, and then he comes out, and they have this weird thing where he goes out in the yard, and it's like the screen does a big like flash of light as if the sun's in his eyes, and then when it fades, we see there's a woman standing there with her back to him, and the two girls are next to him, and then they sort of move to the side. They're almost like they're going to stand just off to the side from.
And here's a great reveal, because this woman's wearing, I forget what the colors are, but they're like orangey robes and stuff. The woman's older and she has this beautiful silver hair, and turns around. I'm like, oh, maybe she doesn't have silver hair, but it's Ellen Burstyn. And I said to myself, okay, here we go. I'm like, this is the Exorcist's mom. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're going to use this actor. Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Not a bad casting choice, right? If you're going to want to reimagine Lord Summerisle as a woman. Not bad. Not bad to think Ellen Burstyn.
Yeah, but I do have, if I was recasting it, I forget what her name is, but the person from Lost Boys, the mom in the Lost Boys.
Well, I know who you're talking about, Erik. Diane Wiest is the woman that you're... Yeah, Diane Wiest.
I've often mixed these two up, but yes.
Yeah, you're right. She'd be a good parallel too.
Yeah.
So,
and he almost gets killed by bees, right? He comes outside and there's bees, and he's treating it like they're flies. Like, you almost got killed, dude. And that thing they just cranked up your butt, they probably have to wash it. So you're not going to be able to.
You got to sterilize that, Erik. That might not be available. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's swatting. He's going, and I always love that in movies, because there's no actual bees, and the actor has to keep swatting.
Or not. Just don't put frickin' bees in the scene. Thank you.
And they got to layer it in with zzz, like they got to always put a sound to the bee.
And she goes, they nearly had you, our little friends, the bees. And he's like, oh, you probably would have. I'm making up the title.
Well, the line she says is, our little friends nearly did you in. Pity. Pity they nearly did me in or didn't. Like,
yes.
Yeah, so
and then we talk about, he's like, I want permission to exhume the body. It's the same dialogue from the Wicker Man, so I appreciate that. But my takeaway from this scene is he still isn't very concerned about the bees trying to sting him where he just woke up from near death. That's my takeaway from.
But this is where we get what this movie is doing, the twist that this movie is adding to everything. She reveals that the great mother goddess is their god, and she's the earthly representative of the great mother goddess, and she's the queen. She refers to herself as the queen of this colony.
And
so it's all bee terms.
Maybe paying attention would be like, oh, these are bee terms, but they're just not giving you enough bee.
But also, her Celtic ancestors rebelled against the repression of the feminine. So the first movie was pagan and Christian cultures clashing. This is very clearly matriarchal versus patriarchal, I think, is what they're setting up here, right? Clearly. I just don't think the movie has set it up as well as the other movie
Not
did
at
if that's
all.
what they're doing.
Not
Okay,
at
you
all.
agree with me. Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
even surprised I heard this section, but little nod. I love when they stick in Salem, Massachusetts somewhere, but she says,
Yes.
and it's a throwaway. She's like, they settled near Salem. And then they realized, oh, shoot, they're burning witches over there. I'm like, they didn't burn anybody, FYI. But she says they settled near Salem, so they had to get out and they settled on this island.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then it's like, our men second-class citizens. And she's like, men are important for breeding.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. And he's
And
like,
he does, I think Nicolas Cage says, sounds like inbreeding to me. Or maybe I said,
no, he does say that. But remember,
He does.
he's seen those jars with deformed fetuses in the.
yes, but Art, there's
in
no
the
one
thing.
on the island that looks like that.
I know.
There's
Well,
no-
no, we're going to see something later, I
But
think. We're gonna
everybody's
see one.
gorgeous for the most
Yes,
part.
right. Well, that
Except
they're
the men are a little surly looking.
right. And he's like, you're talking about it so clinically. Don't you want to fall in love? And then he asks a very important question. What happens if somebody has a boy?
Oh, I have an answer for
Like
you. I have a definitive answer. You want to hear? That depends. And he doesn't go, what depends? What does that mean? He's just like, oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
only interested in law, sister.
So, see, this is the other thing, Eric. He's going back to this is where it's confusing because the original movie was Christian law versus this communal society, law versus, collective. And so he's throwing out this, like, I'm the representative law. That's from the other movie, that stuff. And
Yeah.
I feel like they're wanting to recreate the dialogue, but I'm not.
And
I'm
Art,
not-
there's a perfect thing here that would work. This is like a matriarch, right? And if he was kind of like an egotistical chauvinist pig, this would be rocking it.
Right. Yes.
But he's not. He's
Like it's
just
almost like his partner at the beginning would have been a better person to send to this island, right?
Yeah. He's like, all he is a guy who takes drugs and dreams of trucks going through portals. That's all we have.
And so I was trying, Eric. I know you're going to kill me for just taking this
I'm
moment.
gonna kill you. I will.
I was trying to figure out what the movie's trying to say here. Where remember earlier I pointed out he's kind of a little lost soul with his search for meaning. I've been hurt. Maybe he's been hurt in a relationship and he's taking pills and he's a little depressed. And is this like we're supposed to think males as ineffectual and lost in the current society because women have been able to improve their fortunes, at least in this country, a little bit because of some of the progress. So men are getting threatened. I sort of see the outlines of the themes that I think that they want to play around with, but they really haven't set it up correctly.
They
for this
haven't. They're not.
to
They're only giving you
work.
pieces of stuff that you're like, wait, does that have anything to do with it? Like the babies in
Yeah.
the jar. You're like, what?
Yeah.
We never learned with nothing. Like the guys.
Yeah.
What's with the guy? Why can't he talk?
Yeah.
What's the deal? But he goes, she goes, your transport, and it's the bike.
With our butler, with our guy
Yes.
brings it out.
He's like, your
Yeah.
bike, sir. No, he doesn't say anything. But he goes to dig up the
I think
grave.
Sister Honey's waiting for you.
Oh, honey.
Like,
What, honey? Real honey? No, honey. That you met earlier.
yeah.
Have you met her? Have you met her sister Milk? This is Milk and Honey.
So yeah,
So he goes to dig up the
so
grave.
yeah, we cut him digging up the grave, and he finds not a body; it's a doll, but the face is burned off the doll.
Yes. And then he hears crying. It's got to be Rowan, right? What this guy? So he goes back to. Oh. He goes back
I'm
to the church ruins. What? Go ahead, Art. What do you want to say? Go
I'm
ahead.
thinking at this point, is this going to be another freaking hallucination scene? He's going to wake up.
Clearly, it's got to be because is there a ghost? Are there 7 kids dressed up as Rowan just messing with him? What's the? But him hearing that, I'm like, did he take his pills? But he goes back to the fake church ruins. They really tried, and he opens up a crypt. So there's a crypt. Remember we talked about this water under there or something?
Yeah, you said it was locked. They showed that it had a lock.
Yeah, but now it's not locked,
Mm-hmm.
right? He's like, oh, I keep hearing Nicolas Cage doing lines that aren't in the movie. Oh, look at that. It's not locked. What the hell? But he goes down there
Mm-hmm.
and there's, I guess it's an underwater, it's flooded. It's just flooded. That's all.
He finds a piece of red fabric.
Yeah,
Does it
he
say
finds a
Rowan on
sweater.
it? It doesn't say Rowan on it. It has like a tag, I think.
I looked at it and both times I'm like, I don't know what that says and I don't care.
But
But
I
he
thought it
opens
might
up-
say Rowan. Yeah.
It might, but he opens up a hatch with his flashlight and he he dives underwater in it's a crypt filled
Yes.
with what? He sees Jesus.
So he doesn't, I want to say, he doesn't know where he's going. He doesn't have a scuba tank. He doesn't have anything. And he just dives under the water and starts swimming through the water.
Yeah, and there isn't anything. There's just a statue of Jesus. They don't touch on this at all. Like,
No.
did they abandon Christian gods? None of that shit. And then he gets purposely trapped by one of our Squid Game Jower beekeepers.
Yeah. They put a log or a piece of
Yeah.
lumber over the hatch
Yeah.
to get out.
Now, you've been in
And
the
so-
Army, right? You've been in
Yeah.
the service.
Yeah.
So he's trapped and he's holding on to the grate because this thing's deep. All night. Okay. Just want to point that out. Like, it just seems like it's intense fatigue.
To
that you
tread
would-
water for
like you've
hours.
probably been soaking wet at one point in the service for days.
Ugh. Yeah.
Right?
Yes,
Or
I definitely-
trudging
yeah.
through something and it just kicks the shit out. Kicks the poop out of you, everyone. PG-13. He's there all night. We have another car nightmare. And my thought
Yes.
is, why do we keep, what is the meaning?
No, but Eric, you see, in this one, it's clearly Rowan in the backseat of the car.
it's Rowan now.
In this one.
Okay.
But then we're going to see a flashback to the boring conversation with the female cop.
Oh, I remember that.
But as he's talking to her about how we'll never know, like you pointed out, we'll maybe never know, a bee lands on her face.
Cool.
And then she turns into a swarm of bees.
How cool does that sound? Right? That
Yeah.
sounds scary. But remember, Art and I have been watching this film for like an hour and 10 minutes. And we're like, this doesn't have doing anything. What's going on here? Meh. You know what? I would have more.
And he hasn't had any flashbacks to this female police officer, since we saw her in the movie. So it's not like we're even.
Nope. We don't even
Yeah.
know who she is, according to him. But I
No.
would much rather see her at the briefing. I would be more interested in that scene, the briefing scene. I want to hear about what they were briefing about. You know, we got to be careful.
I'm starting to think it might have been in the movie and they cut it out.
my
They
God.
probably had. Yeah.
But it's morning time now, and Willow finds him. And I want to point out again, he's been in there under treading water, holding on to grates like this so he won't drown.
Yes.
And when he gets out, Art, he doesn't fall to the ground or crawl or ask for water. He's not exhausted or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
No.
and then he's got that doll, which I guess was he holding on to the whole time?
I guess he maybe left it outside when he jumped down, or I don't know. Yeah,
they
because he's
left it
down.
there?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then he says, "Is this hers?"
And she's trying to answer or say something, and he won't let her say anything.
No, but I love it. This is Nicolas Cage, but anyone else would sound serious. But when Nicolas Cage, like, how to get burned, how to get burned, how to get burned. And that is me. When I was watching this, Art, I said, oh my gosh, this is me being frustrated with the entire movie. I'm Nicolas Caging the movie going, what the hell's going on? What the hell's going on? Why do I care?
And she has an interesting line here where she says, why are you looking at me like that?
Right.
And then she says something bad's about to happen. I can feel it.
Yes. But she looks at him like, maybe. But if it's her kid and he's looking for her, he found the sweater, he's got the doll, and she's not like, oh my God, this is her doll. How did it get burned? She's just like, oh, look at me. That's all we get.
Yeah. Well, he's pissed now because he's heading right back to Summersisle's sister Summersisle's house.
And if we don't know who he's looking for, he says that ridiculous name like 50 times in the house. Summersisle.
Yes.
It's not even, it's like a joke.
Throws
Summersisle.
open the door and he starts going through the house and it's like Summersisle's 100 floors of fright.
Right, exactly. What's behind this door?
Yes.
100 floors of fright. They can't all be winners. And he has the doll. I want to point out he's got that doll,
Yes.
right, that he dug up.
So he's throwing open doors, and he throws open one door, and there's an old man on a bed who's kind of looks like he might have bee stings all over him, and he's got a swollen eye. One of his eyes is huge and swollen. He's just sort of sitting there. He's no reaction.
No,
and as you pointed out, Nicolas Cage, no reaction. He sort of goes, huh, and he steps out and keeps going the hallway opening doors.
He just goes, huh.
Yeah,
okay.
Do
you need an Epi-pen? What do you need, dude?
He just keeps going down the hallway, opening doors. He doesn't give a shit that there's this clearly like
something's not right.
And he kicks open another door, and there's a girl sitting on a chair, smiling at him. At first, I thought it was Sister Honey, but it's not when I rewatched it. But it would have been great if it was. For some reason, I think that would have been great. But is she naked and she's covered in bees?
Well,
is that naked, it?
If she's naked, Art, we won't know because it's PG-13.
Yeah, but it's all bees, like
she's
all
liking
over
it.
her.
She's liking it.
Yes,
I would have
she
loved
smiles at him.
Yes, I would have loved it if somebody came in a white uniform and said, "Hi, how you doing? You're going to be about 5 more minutes with those bees, and then we're going to go for a soak." I would have loved.
But once again, he's just going to continue on. He's not.
He does drop the doll.
Yeah, that's true.
Was like all that work, and you're just dropping the doll because you're shocked. Yeah. But he's looking. Then he's gone, and then this stupid. Who cares? There's this big room, a huge bed with, those drapes all over it. And there's Summersisle in the bed. It's during the day.
And surrounded by younger women in dresses like we saw those creepy girls earlier.
Yeah. And if this has to do with anything, the dialogue is, he's gone now. And she goes, excellent. Like, what?
Yeah. I thought I was in a Simpsons sketch.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yes. Did
Excellent.
he see the bee lady? Yes. So he freaked out. Did he see our old man with all of the bees? Yes. Did he open the other door with a magic clown? No, he didn't get that far. He didn't.
Oh.
Shit. Oh. Can we get him back? I would have loved to
tell Sister Lilac that it was a good try.
Yeah. You open one door, there's the frog. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, I saw that. But I think we're looking at the image. She's the queen bee on that big bed with all of her, her supporters. I think that's the image. I think that's what they're going for there. Yeah.
Who cares about the dialogue? Just show us her inside the room. And he checked every room, Art, except that one that she was in. Okay.
And so he's heading out, and Sister Rose, the teacher, remember Sister Rose?
Yeah.
Or is it? I guess it's Sister Rose. It's not Sister Thorne.
No, because Sister Thorne has red hair, Art.
Yeah. So Sister Rose rides up on a bicycle. And she has on a feathery black raven's mask or crow. Yeah. Our crow, remember from earlier? And I like him. She slows down. I did like Nicolas Cage. He's like, hey, what's with the
That's his first.
He sort of trails off. He's like,
mask? Feathers, yeah. And remember, Art, he just came from the House of Horrors. And he's just like, oh, cool. Oh, yeah. Are there any other masks on the island? Or he's not even like, I just saw freaking bees on a woman. She's wearing them like a beard. He didn't any of that. He's not like, what's with the guy?
I got trapped in a crypt underwater all night.
Cool mask. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. And she's like, we're all preparing for the big ritual, the big festival. And he's like, I'm looking for a missing girl. And she's like, so gallant, still tilting at windmills.
What the? I was like, who is she saying this for?
I know. But he's had it, Eric. He pulls a gun on her.
He does.
He pulls a gun on Sister Rose.
Another great Cage, because he's like, get off the bike. And then I swear to God, this couldn't be in the script. And he's like, no, what if I said this afterwards? So he goes, step away from the bike. Awesome if he was like, hands behind your back. Don't resist. Step away from the bike.
Yeah.
And then he takes the bike, right?
He goes off, but he runs into the creepy twins. They go in unison. It is he.
What the? So they let these blind twins just walk the road. They must have a second sight because they know exactly where they're going. And he goes back to the inn, and there's a bunch of guys in there, and they're not talking.
Yeah, a matter of fact, and then they're ignoring him, and he goes up to one, and he kind of goes, "Hey," and he pulls him, and the guy makes almost like a weird sound, and it makes you think, "Oh, do they cut these guys' tongues out?"
Yes, Art, it makes you think that, but we don't see it. And come on, wouldn't it be fun if he grabbed one guy's jaw? He's like, "Open up," and then he's got no tongue. We don't know if they have no tongues or he just doesn't want to talk.
Right.
Like maybe they're told, "Don't you speak, I'll slap you. I will slather you with bees and
we'll spray you with this bee pesticide that we have in our things here.
We're gonna get that crank for the old ways."
Yeah, because we did skip over that part, but Sister Summersisle did say that the beekeepers are here to keep order. We need a lot of them to keep order in the island. So at the same time, she's saying the men, we love our men, they're here, but are these men like, do they punish them? I guess they punish them.
We don't see it. If they
do,
we
don't
know.
See any of this. So it's all confusing.
Yeah.
And then he just starts going into houses.
Oh,
he just starts
harassing through the houses now. Yeah, house looking for the girl. He makes everybody take their masks off, and he's a little girl. He's like, "Take your mask off."
He's knocking them off their heads.
Oh my gosh, Art, you reminded me, PG-13. We're joking about we can't swear, but this is where we get our only fuck.
Oh, where is it? What happens? Okay.
She goes, "You don't have permission." And he goes to them, "You have my permission to stay out of my fucking way."
That's it. There's our one F-bomb. Yeah.
And it's a Nic Cage right there.
It's gotta be. And the thing is, we get our little joke here. It was in the first movie too. He opens up a wardrobe, and there's a girl faced away, and it looks like it could be Rowan. And she falls out and starts giggling.
Yeah, but it has no dramatic effect at all.
No impact.
Why is that girl hiding in the closet and falling? She doesn't. But she's not even a corpse. She doesn't act like a corpse. She just falls and goes, and that's it. Is the whole town in on this?
Well, he's mad. He's so mad now, and he announces to these people in this house as if he's making an announcement to everybody on the island.
Everybody.
He goes, "I will be searching every house for the next 3 hours." I was like, oddly specific.
After 3 hours, I'm done. If I can't find her in 3 hours, that's it. I'm not going anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that mead.
I'm like, you're in one house, dude. Nobody else knows you're saying this. Like it sounds like he's up in front of the whole town.
Yeah, and I thought, how many houses are there? Like, how does he know that's enough time?
Well, he goes down he's got to go down the bay.
Yeah.
So we're seeing, like you said, we see him go through houses. He's knocking masks off of kids, things like that. He goes down to the bay, and there's only it looks like a setup at like Wicker Man, the ride at Universal Studios.
I was just going to say the same thing.
You'd see the plane wings sticking out of the water, right?
It's a sunken plane. Oh, where'd it go?
That's what it looked like. He goes down there, and he turns to the side. There's the pilot lying there. Can't linger on it too much, Erik, because it's PG-13. But it looks like his eyes are gouged out, and he has his lips are sewn shut.
Yep. And apparently, I read that he's missing his hands.
Oh, I didn't notice that. That was so quick. I didn't even.
It is quick, but like, why did they murder this pilot and leave him there? Was it the $100? Did he not give him a percentage of the $100? Then we got our 3 animal pop-ups, like people wearing animal pop-up masks that we've never seen except for the crow mask. And now it's like, why are these girls wearing animal masks? And why did they pop up for us and then pop back down?
And pop right back down. Yeah, in unison.
What?
Yeah.
And then you get your...
I get my what? What do I get?
We get our coach.
Yeah.
Coach
Sister
Bear.
Yeah.
They have this ridiculous dialogue, which works in the original Wicker Man, but this one... She's a hefty woman, but she's more picture just like a women's football coach or something like that. She's a sturdy woman. It's from what's her name? Sister Bear? No, Sister
Beach.
That's what I said. Sister
Sturdy. I think it's supposed to be like a big beech tree, sturdy beech tree, right? Is where they're getting that. Right. So do they name the kids? It brings up a question, Erik. Do they name the kids and just get it right with their physicality, or do
I don't know.
it's a baby.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm going to name you
Good morning.
Sister. Yeah.
Sister.
We're going to name you Sister Slug.
Yeah. Sister Jelly, Sister Mushroom Cap. Get over here. But I love this dialogue. I would have loved to have seen it like I want to see this actor coach style. But the one woman's like, I trust we won't have to let your costume out again this year. Soon you'll be an entire family of bears because he's wearing a bear outfit. And the woman's laughing. Sister Sturdy.
Beach.
She's laughing, but I would have loved it. But she's like, hey, I'll tell you what. Why don't I take that smile and slap it right off your face? How would that be? How about if I stick this bear costume up your ass?
Yeah. And Sister Beach says to this woman, who she calls Sister Oak.
Oh.
Yeah, here. She's the woman who Cage first met on the island when she first came. And she says, did you see to that business? Sister Beach says, did you see that business at the harbor? And right then Cage comes in. He comes in.
Who are they? Is that really what they're going to say when they talk? Or do they know Cage is there? Because business at the harbor... What?
I think it was getting that guy. Giving him a talking to, giving that guy a talking to, as they said earlier.
And then she leaves, right? Sister Oak leaves.
Sister Oak leaves, and Sister Beach is there. Cage comes in, and he just goes. Okay, this is where things start to go off the rails in the movie a little bit, right? This is the movie that you think you're getting from all the memes and all the hype. This is the movie you think you're getting. He walks up to her and he just punches her and knocks her out. A big punch.
Yep, he punches her right in the face, and I would have loved to hear that like Seinfeld music right there.
Yeah,
but it's not. It is funny. And then we cut to Summersisle. They're all getting together for this, whatever it is that we still don't know. And
it was like a pageant or something. Yeah. They're all, And Summersisle.
Go ahead.
Summersisle are face painted half white and half blue.
What did that remind you of? A college football game. That's all
It totally does. It totally does.
I was like, I thought she was going to tear open her shirt. She's going to have like the letter 7 on there. You know, what?
Well, this is the pregame. We've talked about this in movies, Eric. They're pregaming the ritual. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So they have they're all getting there, and she's like, accept our offering. You know, she's starting to do stuff. Meanwhile, we cut to the inn, and Nicolas Cage, our officer, is getting in a bear suit.
And it is, everybody, it is a suit made from a bear.
Yeah.
It's not a mascot. It is a bear.
Mm-hmm. And he's trying it on. And Sister Honey comes in. She comes, which I don't we're going to talk about that just a little bit once it's all done. Where
because I have no freaking clue why Sister Honey all of a sudden is like, it's like, this is where I thought, please be like, extend this scene, because I wanted to see this fight scene go on like a bar brawl between two. I wanted John Wick stuff going on,
or like Kill Bill or something. Like it's like, I thought it was going to go on for longer. I'm with you. I thought I'm like, oh wow, we're going to see Sister Honey is like tough.
I want
tough to get
the mead thing, whacks him in the face.
Well, she had an axe earlier. Remember, we saw her with an axe. And
oh my God, Art, she throws the axe and it goes right next to her face.
Oh, Eric from earlier, she throws the sugar in his eyes.
Yes. Oh my God.
Here's your sugar. Here's your sugar.
Here's your sugar, honey. But we only get one rewarding taste of that.
Yeah.
Because
don't.
So not even believable.
And this is a little like a comedy. He punches her and she falls back into the wall with all those portraits of the Harvest Festival and kind of does the slide down the wall.
But lest we forget, he punches her, but then he John Wick kicks her into the wall.
Yes.
And God damn it, she doesn't go through the wall.
Yeah.
Would have been funny.
I know.
And then she gets out like dusting herself off.
But she hits it as if like it was almost like if she was at a carnival, she'd hit the thing with the hammer that goes like,
ding, ding,
and it goes
ding, ding.
ding, 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 ding. Yeah. And she slides down. And then she has a weird, interesting last moment. I'm like, where she sort of goes, like, as if she's going to get up again. And that's where I think you and I are talking about. That's where I thought, oh my God, she's going to get up. She's going to be like, I'm like, she's going to be like Kathy Bates at the end of Misery or something, right?
No,
yeah.
no.
It's like,
she's very Three Stooges, like when she gets knocked down, like the birds.
Yeah.
But he takes the bear outfit. And everybody's dancing and walking in costume in the woods.
Yeah,
and
we see the procession.
Did you get any music out of that? It seemed like they're doing it without music. Why are they dancing and stuff? There's no music.
This movie dispenses with that aspect from the original movie, with all that original sort of music and the folk music that they were singing in that. Because I think in that movie, you pointed out, like, all the songs were sort of sexual and flirtatious in nature. And this is going with like a matriarchal bee society where everything's just clinically about breeding. So I think it's like, yeah.
And
I just thought, is there a bee in there or something, Erik, that's buzzing around you?
Yeah.
There,
I swear to God, this whole podcast.
Oh, okay. Like there was a bee. That's why I thought you saw you swatting there. Anyways.
I'm allergic.
Yeah. Okay.
Bees.
So
but I can't believe we're still, remember we joked about, this is going to be a 20-minute podcast?
Yeah.
We are going hard.
Some of these shots are pretty cool through the forest of this pageant, sort of winding through the fields and the trees. I thought just to point out.
It's nice. And they go to the beehives. Is a nice shot. And here I thought,
nice.
Not one of them is swatting at the bees because apparently bees don't care about these people.
And we see him come running down from out.
Nobody would notice
the tree line. Out of the tree line. He's running down. He joins the parade. And Willow just has a mask she's holding in front of her face.
Yeah. She didn't do a good job.
No. Some people have some good. I think I saw some nods to the original movie in here. Did you? Yeah.
We'll
I think I saw the Salmon of Knowledge.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But he goes up to her. And now we're like, what? He takes this mesh off, which I think was stupid. That's part of the outfit, is this little mesh thing. He's like, I thought I told you to wait for me. And she looks at him and goes, what do you mean? I had to come. Like, what are you, an idiot? And he looks so upset. And I'm like, what is happening here? And then we see finally we see Rowan not in that outfit, FYI.
Yeah.
So we have to be like, as a viewer, is that Rowan? Because she's wearing a white dress now and she's tied to a wooden post.
Yeah, the procession sort of comes into a clearing where up on a little hill, she's looked like they're ready to burn her.
I
she's
guess
like,
they're right.
Now we fulfill our purpose, is what Ellen Burstyn says, Lady Summersisle.
Yeah, and I love that Nic Cage right now has punched a woman in the face. Is that called cold cocking?
He's punched two women in the face. So
no, he's drop kicked. He is drop
kick. Yeah,
he's kicked a woman to the wall.
Drop kicked. Yeah,
and now
well, first it's weird. He and Willow exchange a weird glance. Like, did you notice that? Like he looks at her and she looks at him. Like, it's part of her eyes are saying don't, and part of them are saying go, which makes sense. I think we'll talk about it once we're all done, but I think
he goes.
It makes sense.
And what I love
runs up that hill, waddles up that hill in his bear suit. Yeah.
Yep. There's a teenager right there. It's not a full
with a torch. And he just clocks her in the face.
He
doesn't waste time. He doesn't say, get out of my way. He doesn't say anything.
And this is where that male chauvinist thing would have been awesome if we knew he was like, he just hated women. And this is his excuse to punch him and stuff. And this is where I missed it in the other podcast. So I'm so glad I get to be like, oh, right. That's what I was thinking. Is in Wicker Man, they said this line too. And he said, my name is Edward and I'm going to save you. Like he just says that. But I was like, oh, that's what it was. I was thinking of I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you. That's what I would thought.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got to hear that kind of line again.
You're a little short for a human sacrifice.
Right? A little short for a bear, aren't you? Oh, no, I borrowed it from a woman I punched in the face.
So he grabs Rowan and he takes off. Goes across a fallen tree. I know you like a fallen tree in a forest.
I love me a good fallen
tree. You like that.
Good real woods here. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the correct term would be they give chase.
Yes.
But they're hiding behind a tree. Nobody sees them. And then for no reason, why do we care? His cell phone rings and he rips off his outfit to answer it. Hello?
Yeah, he takes off the whole bear outfit. Now, this is what I was wondering, Eric. You know, I pointed out throughout the movie, they keep showing the freaking phone and him trying to.
Yeah.
I'm like, was it to set up this? Did the filmmaker think, did Neil LaBute think that this is somehow cosmically funny that he could never get a signal and then it rings at this moment, at this crucial, weird moment? And I'm just wondering why, because the guy can't even hear him on the other end. He's like, Pete, coming.
Useless to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways,
my only takeaway from this is when he takes off the bear suit.
Oh, yeah.
He really likes the shoes. No, he just leaves them on. He's like, no, I'll keep the shoes, though. These are really cool.
But Eric, he's in his Final Girl t-shirt. Right?
He is in his Final Girl. Yep. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, she gets really ahead of him. And here's what I think. That's why if he had taken those freaking bear shoes off, he would have been able to catch up to her. He's like, Rowan, slow down. And he's screaming at her. They're being chased by a mob. And he's screaming, Rowan, slow down. I'm right behind you in case someone wants to find us. I mean.
Is it a mob, though? Because they sent like 5 people after him. Like, did you notice, Eric? They sent like, it was like 5 people.
Yeah. Mob, no. Right. But they can't be far.
No, exactly. And we're thinking, too, he's armed. They're not, I guess.
Yes,
unless those pesticides thing can shoot long distances.
He's got his weapon.
Yeah, that's true.
He's got a weapon.
True.
He's got
he
at
does.
least. Is that kind of gun have, 8 or 12 bullets in it, Art? Do you know? Is it usually 8 or 12?
Depends on the magazine. You could have an extended magazine.
Ooh.
He's got
Well, let's say it's at least 8, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So she runs into an open field and surprise, everyone is waiting there. And she runs up to her mom, Willow, and says, did I do it right, honey? Or something like that. Mommy, did I do it right, mommy? Not honey. And she's like, yes, just from like the Wicker Man. You did perfectly or whatever.
And he's confused, naturally.
Yeah.
He's like, what the hell is going on? And Lady Summersisle, Ellen Burstyn says, welcome, you have come of your own free will to keep your appointment with the Wicker Man.
The name of the movie, which we've heard twice or 3 times.
Twice, because I think they said, somebody said Wicker Man earlier.
Yeah, and I like in the original, we only hear it once. So, and
another person says, I think it's Sister Thorne.
Yeah.
Rose.
No,
Is
Rose.
it Thorne or Rose?
Rose.
It's Rose.
Dresses a complete crow now. He's like.
Says, the game is over. The game of the hunter and the hunted.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah.
And then someone else says something else. And I thought, did they plan? Well, they're like, look, when he comes running out. I want to say
lines because I thought it was like a community theater production of some play where they're like,
swear to God, that's
where they're like, 1803, the covered wagons are moving across the country.
Right, men, women, and children gathering together to make a place for themselves. I swear to God, they must have. Summersisle was like, look, I'm going to say this part. Rose, you say this. Bear lady, you say this. Who?
Then there's somebody who always doesn't learn the lines. There's somebody who always doesn't.
Oh my God,
learn the
awesome.
lines. And they're
you come here of your own. Oh,
shit. And everybody's like, oh my God.
Every time. Sister Birch never gets the line right. Why do they give it to her?
Lady Summersisle's like, we should have done a speed through.
God.
We should have done a speed through last night.
I told you guys to rehearse your lines. You know what? Forget it. And who is remember you talked about the fish person because there was a fish person?
Yes.
From the original movie. What is it? I'm Lord of the Sea or whatever it was.
Salmon of Knowledge.
The Salmon of Knowledge. is now sister linebacker. She takes off the thing and it's her. I'm like, wow, she has more than one outfit.
Mm-hmm. And she's not. It'd be great if she had a big shiner, Erik. Like
that would have been perfect. And this is where I realize now she's the coach. She's like, that's all right. I've had worse. I got tackled by 3 teenage boys.
She's got the sunblock under her eyes, like the black sunblock.
That'd be awesome. Sister, get him. And she just goes,
yeah, we're getting all this exposition here, too. The crops failed. They need a sacrifice. I
guess we're going to talk about this afterwards, but the crops we're talking about is...
You've been on this the whole time.
This. Honey. Yeah. I'm a honey fan.
Yes.
But I'm just pointing out, they're talking about honey, period. Those are the crops that failed. And I was like, the dialogue here is so bullshit right now.
Yeah. Because they're mapping it to the original movie, like I said, but they've changed everything. They needed to, if you're going to reimagine it.
Yeah, don't go back to something that doesn't have anything to do with it, because the phallic stuff and all this doesn't play into anything. Like nobody's holding the jars of babies and go, stop the
reveal the people with like weird heads now,
Nothing.
Like, from the inbreeding or the, like, reveal something horrifying to us about this where we start to feel, but they're not. But I agree, Erik.
Yeah. And they need a powerful sacrifice. And that, my friend, is your destiny. And those frickin' twins. We're back to the play. It's your destiny. Like, okay, twins, good job.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, your lines are over. But then it's Nicolas Cage, and he's like, back up. And I thought,
they're getting closer to him and closer, but he's turning around. He's pointing the gun at them. Back up! I swear, I'll shoot. They don't seem bothered. At all that he's holding a gun at them.
No.
Yeah.
And then here's here's the big reveal, Art. Guess what? Summersisle.
Mm-hmm.
Ready for this? Willow is her daughter.
I completely missed that.
Didn't you? Oh my God. And it's so important. It's such a surprise. You're like, and okay. And so that's her granddaughter.
I know. But they play it like it's supposed to be some sort of massive reveal.
What difference does it make whether it's her daughter or not? And then I have to say, Art, this bullshit after this.
It gets worse. Yes, it gets worse as it goes on. Your fate was sealed long ago. The chapters were all carefully written. That's what. Yeah.
What? And then I had my second watch, Art. I was like, oh.
I had to make sure. I think I know what you're talking about. I had to make sure what I was looking at was what I thought I was looking at.
Okay, remember, Art, the subplot with the semi truck that goes through portals through time?
Yes.
You know that one? The one we really want to. It's showing people, and these 3 people take off their masks, and you really have to be like, wait, because everyone looks the same. Revealed is the cop friend, the woman in the car, and the girl in the car.
Yes.
What?
They take off their masks and they're standing there.
What?
It will hurt your head. I tried to go through it in my head and try to understand.
Well, you would be the only one, Art, because the screenwriters or the directors didn't, because this is the payoff for all those semi-truck scenes is they were in on it, but they don't exist. What happened?
Was the truck driver in on it?
The truck driver was like, okay, everybody.
Was the truck?
Come and get out of the car.
No, he left the island, Erik, years earlier, got his CDL license.
Yes. He learned how to drive a semi.
He's been driving those trucks across the country, like
Are you telling me that the cop was part of it, but the people didn't exist in the car, or did they? This is just we're like, okay, what is this, a fever dream?
No.
It's a fever dream.
you'd feel better if it was.
Oh.
I said earlier, remember I was worried it was going to be a Jacob's Ladder type of thing, but it's yes, you're right. It just keeps piling on, and you're like,
don't have any idea what that means.
Oh,
The truck thing at the beginning means nothing right now. But he tries to shoot one of them. Guess what, Art?
Oh,
there's no bullet.
Willow took him.
Well, how would we
she
know
has him in
that?
her hand, and she
Okay.
I know. Yeah.
Okay. So remember, this is a play, right? So like, okay,
Yeah.
Willow, hold these bullets. She's like, well, how am I? Do you want me to hold them the whole time? Yes. Look, if he tries to shoot that gun, now listen to me, Willow. Okay, yeah. What I want you to do is hold him up and then drop him like that. But only if he tries to shoot. And she's like, okay. And then
So she's been walking in the procession holding the bullets the whole time.
Got one hand has got the mask because she's holding a mask on a stick, and the other hand
Has how many bullets? Yeah.
8 to 12. I'm like, do we need to know that they're where the bullets are? We already know she's in on it. She loves props in the play. That's what it is.
So
I love this top scene.
So
Overhead shot.
Overhead, we get the John Wick. I know you're worried about your imitation creeping into Keanu Reeves. We get the John Wick from overhead. The whole crowd starts going in, and he just starts kicking and punching, and you would expect it's like Neo fighting Agent Smith, clones of Agent Smith or something.
He picks up Rowan and starts swinging her around, knocking everybody over. He like goes, "Ugh," and everybody falls down. That would have been great.
But they quickly overwhelm him.
Yeah.
And here, remember, for those of you still with us on this podcast, if you remember way back 2 days ago when we started this podcast, and Erik and I were saying that there are deleted scenes, this is where that starts. Here, there would be a scene. You're not going to see it if you watch it on Prime or any of those video things.
Yep.
But right here, they kind of grab him, they take him, and this is the edge of PG-13, would you say, that they're going to do? This would be the violence in the movie. This would have been
rated R, I guess, if they included it. But all you hear is you see them walking in procession, and you hear him going, "You bitches!" And I was like, "Whoa!" And then he's like, you hear, "Oh!"
It's all on. What? It's all on sound. It's all voiceover. Yeah.
Don't forget that. Stop the movie. Find it on YouTube and just put in Nicolas Cage bees, and you'll get your extra 4 minutes of awesomeness. And this should have been from the beginning.
Is it only?
Of the
did you
movie.
read up on this? I couldn't see. Is that because they wanted the PG-13? They couldn't put this in?
You can't show what they showed. So what they do is they get logs. They roll out these logs, which they happen to have, on site. They lie him down. They put his bare feet up, which I love. He's still wearing the bare feet.
Yes.
Picture the slippers that you get like in New Hampshire when you're going to a gift shop. Like, yeah, any bare slippers? And they take a frickin', it looks like a mallet, like a two-handed frickin' sledgehammer, and they reverse his knees.
Yes.
I mean, it is brutal, but I know you've had your knees broken several times, Art, as have I. But he remains awake after that.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, yeah.
And that's in the actual cut of the film, the theatrical cut, that's what we're hearing, that sound that's over the soundtrack. We're hearing.
Which you would never know what that is.
You wouldn't know.
Nope.
You wouldn't know what the hell was going on. No.
And then this is where the chauvinist would come in. He's like, "You bitches." But it would have been awesome if he just went balls to the wall. But he's like, "This is murder. It won't bring back your honey." Because I guess without this honey, the whole island is doomed. I just think they're selling this honey worldwide. Is that what's happening here? But so the Summersisle goes, "I know it will." And then I want to point out, little kids. Rowan is like, "Yay!" when he gets his knees smashed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then
this is the meme. This is where this is now in the culture for a movie that's really not that great. This lives on.
Apparently, there's a bee helmet that you can purchase on Amazon Prime.
Even you just saying bee helmet.
Bee helmet. So if you guys are thinking, what's a bee helmet? I just told you, it's a bee helmet. It's like a diving helmet, old style, except it's something you want to put bees in. And they put it on his head, and then they have a bag of bees. Bees in a bag.
You describe it. First of all, I love somebody dreamt this up. I do kind of love that somebody was thought of this.
Yep. Let's pour a bag of bees
into like a spout, into like a funnel that goes
top,
into.
And the bees go in.
Something out of Looney Tunes when you think about it. Yeah.
And Nicolas Cage is allergic to bees. If he has an Epi-pen, that means that you'll die from this. Right.
Mm-hmm.
They're CGI bees, so whatever, but he is.
Well, that's why he has to do this next bit. Yeah.
He shouldn't have, but this is where you just start laughing because Nicolas Cage has got a mouth. I mean, he can open wide and he's screaming with his eyes open and his mouth wide open. Ah, not the bees, not the bees, no, not the bees. Like, not the bees like they've been, like it's a cartoon. Like, oh no, not the Mixomatic,
Yeah.
It's reminds me of a cartoon, but he's got his mouth. He's dead as far as I'm concerned. The bees went in his mouth and his throat expanded and he's dead.
Yeah.
It's just why are they torturing him is my question.
They're torturing him.
It's
torture. I do have
the bees. God, not the bees.
And he says in the midst of all this, he says to Willow, or is this later? I can't remember where he's like, "Why are you doing this?" He says,
"Yeah." He does say, "Why are you doing this?"
Well, I think she said, "You should be proud. You should be happy."
No one else is getting stung. He's unconscious, and Dr. Moss has that other Epi-pen, so she's not using the old ways now.
No,
I was so disappointed.
PG-13. We can't show the old
I was hoping she's like, oh, quick. And they wheel on this cart and they open it up and there's like a contraption. But she stabs him with the Epi-pen so he doesn't die.
Yeah.
Why are they torturing him? Because there's no horror in this horror movie. That's why.
That's a deleted scene.
Yeah. And we don't need it.
We just described.
It's the best scene in the whole movie.
Yeah, they don't put it in the movie.
Finley, I have a question for you. Come here, hon. Look, it's my daughter, Finley. I have to get close. All right, I'm going to say something to you and tell me if you know it from a meme. Okay? All right? Ready?
Sure.
Okay. Ah, not the bees. Oh, not the bees. Ah. Anything?
Can't say I do.
Oh.
A GIF or something. Maybe I've seen that.
Nicolas Cage. Oh no.
Okay,
you'd see it. You would see it in a GIF. Yeah.
I've seen it in a GIF, but I haven't heard the audio.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Gen Z perspective.
Gen Z perspective. All right. So I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the deleted scene. And then they're going to bring him in a sack. He's like in a sack. He looks like the sack that was in the beginning.
Yep, but we can see
He looks like that.
Yeah, because they're carrying him. Well, it's almost like like you carry somebody in through the jungle when they got hurt. So you can see him in it.
Yeah.
And then they bring him to.
They let him see. They put him down and right in front of it. It's the big, tall, a wicker man, built out of sticks and twigs.
Is that why it's called the Wicker Man? I thought it was about Nicolas Cage. No, it's an actual Wicker Man. If you've seen the original Wicker Man.
The car accident. This should be the title of this movie.
This is what I would love right now, because we've only made
I know.
This. Yep. Look
if
at
the portal opened.
Yep. He's like, not the Wicker Man. And then a semi blows right through it. Chickens are flying everywhere because they're in there. And he's like, thank God for the portal. And he gets in, grabs his daughter, and they go for another.
Oh, because it runs over the girl and her mother who are there. No, it runs them over.
It runs over, what's her name? The sturdy Sister Beach or whatever. It's like, get in. But no,
they show that, and we get he the iconic line from the first movie. He says it. Oh God,
It would have been better if he was just like, not the Wicker Man. Is this the Wicker Man? I can't believe it's a Wicker Man.
Oh,
are you putting me in that Wicker Man?
And so it's the men now, and the men are tying his feet.
Yeah,
with ropes, and the way they bring him up is they hoist him up through this. I mean, this Wicker Man, bigger and better in sequels and remakes, Erik. This Wicker Man is like 5 times the size of the one in the first movie.
I guess. But I wasn't as impressed because in the original movie, you got arms and legs filled with livestock and you're looking at them. And in this one, you're like, wait, is there some livestock in there?
Yeah. Well, they're pulling him up through, and he's looking to the sides and he's seeing that there's goats and things.
But upside down,
mirroring our barn scene, Erik. Mirroring the barn.
Is that what that is? Because I don't get it.
Yeah, that's what that is. Payoff right here, Erik.
Is that
for you?
Payoff?
Yeah. So you could be like, ooh.
I get
barn,
it. So is it filled with pigeons?
There's pigeons and I don't know.
Apples?
And there is apples at the top when he gets there, I think.
Wow. I was probably at this point too.
But they are really good at tying knots and stuff because they pull him all the way up through and they even have it arranged so when he goes up through the top level, there's like a trap door. And after he gets pulled up through it, the trapdoor falls. And then they must have something where they release him because they all pull the ropes out and he falls onto the floor.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be upside down the whole time, but nope. Remember, this is years and years of planning. So they probably tried it out.
Yeah.
And this works.
Burning somebody in it. Or
they're pretending pretend there's flames all around you. Try and get out.
Or they burn and it collapses too early and the thing tilts to the side. Guy gets out.
I do think of that. So, because what's her name? Summersisle's like, receive this sacrifice and be appeased. And here's what bothers me about.
Oh, pun intended. Be appeased.
Oh my God.
I was like,
be happy. Oh, she should have stretched it out, Art. Receive the sacrifice and be appeased. And everybody just goes, zzz. Nope. Nobody's dressed. I mean, it would be cool if they were all dressed as bees. But they show.
But there is people. One. There is one. You'll see. You know what I'm talking about,
it's
right?
Just one.
Yeah.
But the shots of
it's
people
kind of funny to me.
Chanting, right? They're chanting.
They're not doing the end of the first Wicker Man. They were all singing, like you said, like almost like Who's in Whoville. They were all singing. Summer is coming in, and they're chanting and singing. This they don't. They start chanting.
Yeah, but
the drone must die.
Of people when they do it, they're not chanting. I'm like, why are you showing the people that aren't singing? Are they not into it?
Well, it's like the drone must die, and they all start, the drone must die, the drone must die.
The drone must die. What is
and I'm like, we haven't been set up for this. I don't,
one drone.
I feel like I needed to study up on bees before I watched this movie.
And I love that the mom is like, look, honey, we're going to kill your dad that you just met.
Yeah.
And the daughter's into it. They give her a freaking torch.
It's like the Olympics. She runs up And that's the funny thing, when they give her the torch, that's where I saw the little bee costume. There's another little kid standing next to her, has like a full bee outfit.
Why wasn't it that kid?
I don't know.
Why didn't they have a little bee run up?
But it was kind of a cute outfit. But
it's not her. Rowan should be in a freaking bee outfit and go and buzzing up there.
Yeah.
Because we want this so bad to be a ridiculous comedy now.
But I think they're trying to make it dreadful like the other movie. Like, it's like she's running up there and he's like, don't do it, Rowan, don't. But she's just got a little smile on her face and
she does
running up there like she's the kid who's they've given the honor to do this year, and she wants to do it well. And, she runs up.
She does it. And oh my God, the ex-fiance, they keep showing back to her. And I swear to God, she's on something. Because she's like, happy and sad. I'm like, oh, geez, make up your mind.
Yeah.
You like this or not?
Well, I think she's, I guess what we're supposed to, now we can talk about it, is her interesting performance or strange performance, whatever way you want to put it throughout the movie. Is we're supposed to think, is she torn about this? Because she did love him, but she's also fully into this religion, so she knows this has to happen.
I guess.
I don't know.
And we also see, just pointing out other things, you're like, wait, what? Remember when Lily got kicked against the wall,
Yes.
knocked out, dude. She broke some ribs. She's there as if she got up 5 seconds later and
Looking fantastic,
she looks
I should
great.
say.
She's not like
She takes that off. She looks like she's out of like a music video for a Mad Max movie
Yep.
for the soundtrack. And she's like got makeup, crazy makeup, and just her hair with a little couple of braids in it. I was like, she looks dynamite.
she had a lot of time. I would have loved it if she took it off and she had like missing teeth from being. She smiles and she's got 2 teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we don't think at any point that they're not going to burn him alive because they set it on fire and they freaking burn him alive. And it's fairly quick.
Yeah.
And here's my
And
issue with
doctor's taking a picture. Dr. Moss
take a
is
picture so
taking the
that
photo.
it can be proven that you just committed murder. Who are they showing the picture to? And here's when
I
you
know.
burned your dad alive.
Yeah.
This is a chicken. They must really want that honey. It must be so good. And
Well, everybody
he's-
else wants it. That's why.
Yep. And
Yeah.
he's at the top. And you said about the Wicker Man, you wonder how to test that. It would have been hilarious if it burned.
Oh my God.
They just, he's up in the head and it snaps off. He lands in the woods and he's rolling down.
It goes down all the way to the water. Like, yeah.
Whoop, into the water. He's rolling away. Gets away. Oh, that would have.
Oh.
But no. Because
Oh my
it's a
God.
horror movie, Art.
Yeah, and he is fire. And there's a famous final shot of the Wicker Man, the original, where the head falls and it reveals the sun behind it.
Yep.
The head, and they try to
No.
they have the head fall off this time, and it just
Onto
it
the
doesn't
camera.
have that, but it doesn't have
Yeah,
that
it just
impact of
Goes onto the camera.
yeah.
And I thought,
And,
okay, great. We're done.
no, Eric,
And yeah,
no,
we're not done.
no.
It's
It's an epilogue. We're gonna have a little taste of honey. Ooh.
oh,
Was it what I did there?
Everyone be
but-
prepared for a shocker.
So
6
months later.
Oh, we both said
Yeah.
it. Okay,
Yes.
let's just be clear. Art. 6 months later.
mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, 6
And
months
there's
later.
it's a bar. It's a cool bar, and there's 2 guys. What in their 20s?
Yeah, one of them's James Franco.
James Franco, which might have been better in that role. I don't know. He could be a little bit of a chauvinist, right? That would
2
have
young
worked.
guys. The other guy at first looked like somebody I should know, but then I
Yeah.
looked closer and I'm like, I don't think he is. Like, but for some reason he gives a vibe of like,
Yeah,
do I
or
know that guy?
yeah,
Yeah.
somebody who died in a Friday the 13th movie or something. And
By the way, this composer, Dream Warriors too. He did that.
oh,
Dream
jeez, he
Warriors.
did.
Yeah, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
But they're
But,
in the bar,
um,
right? And they're like,
they're in a
"Oh,
bar.
No, there's no whatever. No.
No action so
No.
far tonight. Nothing. Yeah.
Oh.
Even though they are surrounded by lots of like there are a
Yeah.
lot of women in this bar.
It's a great
and-
bar.
It's a great bar. They're surrounded by a lot of women. He's like, nothing's going on. Like, and I'm like, I don't know. It looks pretty.
Oh.
Might be you, dude,
Yeah. But wait a minute.
from across the way, like
Yeah.
in a bar. Like he just sees a woman walk across the way,
Mm.
and he says to his friend, "Oh, check that out." I'm like, she's so far away. Like, that's the one.
That's
And
the
it's-
one.
I guess you just know. I don't know. It was just a weird shot, and
It
weird
is.
thing
It
for
is
me.
a weird shot.
Yeah.
It's just. Oh wait, we can have another. We can ask another person
About what?
about
the
the
meme?
bees. Lova, come here.
Okay.
Get close to the mic. Look, it's another person who lives with me.
Hi, Art.
Oh, hi, Urstina.
So Lova, if I say something to you, tell me if you know what it is. Ready? Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, not the bees! Not the bees! Oh, the bees! Wow, Art, which apparently nothing.
No.
No.
What's that from?
All right. I'll give you another one.
Okay.
And you tell me who I am. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, did you have a good day today? I mean, come on, tell me. Did you have a good day or not? So I really want to. Oh, wow.
Drawing a blank.
Oh my God. All right. So apparently,
Maybe this isn't as well known as we know.
yeah,
Think, Eric.
my imitation also falling. Hey, Orsina.
Sounds like Keanu Reeves and like
Oh.
Bill and Ted's excellent.
Wait.
A little bit.
You're close. You're close. But
You're
shut up and listen to me for a second. Be quiet for 1 second. Wow. See, Art,
Oh, wait.
It's-
you got one last thing before you have to leave then.
I don't know.
Who am I?
I don't know.
I'm
Nicolas Cage.
effing.
Oh.
No good. Yeah, failed.
No.
I failed.
Not your best impression.
Okay.
And we're talking about the Wicker Man,
Wicker Man.
2006.
Please. She doesn't know.
Yes.
We tried, Art.
Nobody knows.
Well, at least
we're
no,
just
you
in this.
think
We're
I
in this ourselves.
Do
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage.
So
but it's
back to the bar and
back to
James
the bar, right,
Franco.
the end of the movie. End of the movie.
We're almost there.
Oh, so close.
James
believe it.
Franco sees and he and his friend go over. Hey, let's go over check this lady out, and she's sitting in the corner, and it is Willow.
What?
And Honey,
Yes.
Sister Willow and Sister Honey,
Just pointing out-
dolled up like they're out on the town.
Right. Like they're really, yes.
Yep.
And just pointing out, Willow is 32 years old. Let me just add that. And Honey is 23 years old. So they're at the bar, and Willow takes one of the guys and goes, "Oh, let's get some drinks." And he's like, "Oh yeah, we'll get a picture." And they go off, and there's Lily doing the bet. She's great at acting. We both agree.
She's really good. Yeah.
And then she goes, "Can I ask you a question? When you leave here, where are you going?" He's like, "Oh, I'm going home, back to my place." And then she goes, "I'll give it to you."
Can I go with you?
Oh, right. She says the same thing that she said to Nicolas Cage. And then we hear bees buzzing and Edward screaming. Ah!
Yeah, the bees are. Erik,
Yeah.
I sat there and I said, how much would Erik love if as that crescendoed, Nicolas Cage, still smoking and burning, came crashing through the wall?
Oh my God, Art. And he's like, he dusts himself off and he goes, "It's on, bitches."
Actually, he could be Ghost Rider here. Like that after the being burned as the Wicker Man. He's
Art,
tie-in.
creation
Yeah.
of Ghost Rider. That's why his head's on fire. Oh my
Totally.
God. This
But,
is my
yeah.
friend Rick and Morty.
But yeah, we have the bees on the soundtrack, and it comes in. I should point out that James Franco says he's a cop too, so I don't know if that has anything to do with their recruitment. And so the idea is that the women of the colony go out, and because I think Ellen Burstyn, you start to realize, said things like, "We prepare in advance for this," and so I guess they go out and meet guys.
They get knocked
And that's
up.
how they get men on the island, or babies. That's how they get babies. They get knocked up.
Yeah.
And then if they need to, they can maybe reach out to one of these guys if they need a human sacrifice from the
I'm
mainland.
guessing
right?
this is like a 6-year plan. Is that what we're talking about? Just in case the crops go bad again?
Yeah, that's what I got from this.
And Honey is one of the choices to go out with the already impregnated and had her shot, Willow. Why is Willow out there? Why is
I wondered the same thing. She was a veil for the shoot, Erik.
She was a veil for the shoot. Who do we get? Who can we get? Who's still
Now,
on the payroll?
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Since everybody in the movie seemed to be in on this, I looked really hard. We definitely didn't see the diner waitress from the beginning in the crowd anywhere, right? I didn't see her.
No.
I was going, is she here? Like,
Art,
no.
I have to hold on. It's a bee. Son of a bitch.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God.
It's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, they sting you once and they're dead, though. I'm going to open the door.
Okay.
But here we are at the end.
Yeah.
And I hate that ending that they're doing this plot. And it just.
I remember, Erik, distinctly walking out of the theater at the end of this movie with the crowd. And it was that thing of everybody just dutifully shuffling out. Like, reaction, no feeling that you get at the end of a movie. No, everybody was just sort of very flat.
And they could have don't remake something, first of all, in general, unless you just hardly ever nail it. but PG-13. Take away all the elements of what you think might be the supernatural or mystery, and just because you want it to be a horror movie, you throw in shit that doesn't happen. Then spend all of your time on the Mack truck crashing into a vehicle, and it has literally nothing to do with it because it's impossible that those two people would have been in the car. There's no reason. It has nothing to do with their evil plot to get him to the. It's just a waste of our time. Why include that? It could have been a dark.
I don't know. I couldn't answer it. I couldn't even thinking about it, Eric. I couldn't even tie it into the themes of the movie. I couldn't do anything with it. Yeah.
Yes. And also, they're talking about the bees. They don't make it all about the bees. Then there's this weird thing with babies in a jar. They don't talk about that. One woman's a duplicate of herself. We don't know why. Are the guys tongueless? We don't know. And then it's about fertility, but it's not. It's about the sacrifice for the bees. But then they have kids learning about phallic symbol, nothing. And trained crows, apparently. Crows trained to be quiet in a school.
The movie had an idea, but didn't really, it doesn't all cohere thematically or anything like that. And the movie just also has pacing problems. Like you said, you get frustrated when things don't develop, and that it's deadly at the beginning that they wait so long to get to the island. It really gives you a lesson in storytelling, Eric.
Yep.
Where do you start your story? Where do you start?
Exactly. And don't milk it if you don't need to milk it. We don't need to know. We both hate it, obviously. We don't need to know this information. Just the original Wicker Man, you're going to the island. Good. Let's go. Creepy stuff. What's going on?
He gets off the dock and he says, I'm here with the letter. There's a girl missing. Yeah. And we get it. We right away get that.
Did not have self-help tapes. What does that have to do with anything? Oh, I need Apparently, I'm Keanu Reeves now, but I need self-help tapes, man.
I think it's part of an idea that they had about something, and they were making themes that were themes nesting in themes. They got a little out of, I think they just lost control of it a little bit. I'm not going to fault them for trying to find a way to reimagine it. Like we said, matriarchal versus patriarchal. Okay, all right. Good. But they just didn't set it up right and didn't have the right things and elements for it. That's all.
You think everybody's maniacal on this island versus original Wicker Man. You're like, oh no, they believe in this. But this one's all just, those the sisters, the twins. What is that? What is that? And then why are the beekeepers dressed like they're phantoms? Is it a sex thing? Do they go, it's time, little drone. They wear that. So just
like you could see when they're working around the beehives, but they're all around the place.
Yeah. Pick up that stick.
Who's the guy in the bed? Is that
right? And why is the other guy in the bees on her? Who is she?
Like
what is that? Is that it's gotta be, I swear to you, it is secretly a like a wellness center, and these are two of the things that you get done. That's what it is.
They've gone there for it's an exclusive resort.
Yep.
It's like
okay, well, you can do a couple things. We can slather you with honey, but we're out of that right now because, we've been cursed. Or you could get the bee beard. That's good for exfoliation. Or we can just sting the fuck out of you. You can lie in bed.
That's the cheapest option. The guy's like, all right, that's all I can afford is the...
Yeah, I'm just going to get stung. You want to get stung? I mean, it's just a mess of...
I think we've talked very clearly about the issues that this movie has going through.
Yeah.
And we've given it credit where it deserved it. I have a couple
I wanted to be laughing my ass off with its ridiculousness. And I texted you like you said, but I really wanted to call you and be like, no, but I had a great time. I can't believe we spent this much time on 2000.
I can't either.
And we tried. I tried to motor through it. You did, but we just found so much fun shit to talk about.
There's a lot going. I don't have many thoughts to talk about here.
Oh, but do you recommend it?
No, I don't
Oh.
recommend people need to watch this. It's just a misfire. It's a misfire. It's not technically bad. The music, the score is good, the visuals, the cinematography. Nicolas Cage isn't doing a bad job, but don't rent it thinking, like Eric and I had fun talking to you about this. Don't rent it thinking you're going to get some sort of crazy Nicolas Cage performance.
because you're not
at all.
It's not even. You have to pause the movie, go on YouTube, type in Nicolas Cage bees just to get that bit that everybody's talking about.
Or Ellen Burstyn. She doesn't really milk that role or anything.
No,
she's
nothing.
good, but she, like, they're doing a good job. It's maybe this is for Lily Sobieski completists, but like me. Yeah, it's a misfire. So Eric,
No,
we rarely have one that this is stay away.
Wholeheartedly
Rarely.
agree.
Yeah, we
No.
both wholeheartedly agree. Stay away from this movie. Go watch the original Wicker Man, 1973, though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then
Now,
see the meaning.
Eric, that
No,
leaves us in a
please.
quandary here because
Yeah.
do we even we don't have a rating system that we could nail this one with. That's a shame we haven't come up with one for the podcast.
Why? Yes, we do, Art.
Oh,
Yeah,
what did we come up with one?
we
between
definitely did.
last
We've
week?
always had one.
I've been busy and I haven't looked at all my texts. I don't know. I just forgot that
Yep.
conversation. What
And
is
it's
it?
low. It's low for this one.
Okay.
I might even give it 2 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's down there. Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
It's 2 out of 10 bee beards.
Oh, yes.
Yes. No, it's 2 out of 10 phallic symbol. All right. You have to say it with me because we're twins.
Okay. Here.
Say 2 out of 10 phallus symbols. Got it? Ready?
Alex. Okay.
Here we go. 2 out of you
Out
failed.
of 10.
You failed.
I didn't know
You're not my twin.
try
I don't
one
even
more time.
know what to give it. 2 out of 10 dead bees. Not the bees.
Yeah.
It's
2 out of 10 bear costumes. Yeah.
oh
So,
wait. 2 out of 10 bare feet.
Bear. Oh, 2 bear slippers. Yeah.
2 bear
That's
slippers, which
2
sounds
bear
great,
slippers.
but
Yeah. Mm.
it's not 10 bears.
So, Eric,
Yeah.
that is what we give The Wicker Man 2006. I don't know that there's anybody out there. Are you okay?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it.
Okay,
It
I
went
just want
right after
to
me.
say, if you're out there and you have some thoughts about Wicker Man, if you want to defend it, we'd love to hear from you.
Please defend it.
Please defend it. You can reach us at midnightcinemapod.com. Please listen to us on any of your favorite podcast platforms. Spotify, Apple, we're out there on all of them. And Eric, I've had such a good time talking to you about The Wicker Man 2006 this week. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's there's a
That bee.
yeah.
Are you?
I'm
It seems
fine.
like
Oh shoot! No, Epi-pen. I'm gonna use the old ways. I gotta